Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Fellowship of the D20. Before we even start this episode, however, the Fellowship of the D20 must, as a group, pay our respects to Gary Gygax and David Arneson, who created Dungeons & Dragons and first made it available for mail order 50 years ago on this day in 1974. The game has come a long way since then, but the fact is that we would not be here playing 5th edition now if not for them. So slancha and skull to Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson, and happy 50th birthday to Dungeons & Dragons. Yeah! Now, my good sirs and fair lady, it is on like a polyhedron. Did you want to say something?
Nope.
Okay, I thought I heard somebody say something.
Praise my Coke and skull. Yeah, that's all.
Today, our party, the Phandalin Five, are diving into our 5th adventure, Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, and we are doing so at level 14. But for those of you who missed the last episodes and are just jumping onto this game, let me catch you up on the last Prelude to Avernus episode. We started off last session in the midst of the battle with the Quippers, Water Weirds, and Bjorn's fear of fighting water elements in the water. You'll have to go back to watch the show for all the details, but suffice it to say that it was a difficult battle considering we were getting yanked underwater and grappled. But after the fight, we decided to search the cave, and Boja discovered a room under the water and went in to investigate. The rest of the group discovered a throne where the Kuatoa princess that had a staff covered in seaweed and living barnacles. These creepy bastards had eyes in them that radiated magic when Eleuthria used detect magic on it. Turns out that the scepter of animal Turns out that it is a scepter of animal command that only works on fish. Cirrus examined the stone throne and found that whoever was sitting in it was cemented in there with ice. There are also runes along the bottom of the chair, one in Infernal, one in Aquan, and one in Aboleth, like a Rosetta throne, as it were. The message read, "May those who suffer through water in all its forms give power to the Prince of Elemental Water and the Earth, and the evil that he wrought." Meanwhile, Boja explored the other room beneath the waters. In the second chamber, she found another cave with a throne on an outcropping of rock. But this brand new throne had no runes on it, and it was made of coral and seashells. The outcropping of rock that the throne sat on was coming out of a highly reflective pool of water that surrounded it. Across the throne lay a pearl and sapphire encrusted narwhal horn. Eleuthria used detect magic on it and discovered that the narwhal horn and the water surrounding the throne had divination magic on them, and the whole chamber was like a giant mirror of Galadriel. Cirrus threw a silver coin in the water and managed to make the bottom of the pool sparkly a little more. But then waters turned black, and then we see the series of strange visions on the surface of the waters that don't seem to be connected on their own. But then Cirrus discovered that he could focus on specific areas around us, but not far off, while holding the enchanted narwhal horn. We checked a couple of the passages that we missed on our way through and saw the room with the stone hut and water dripping from the ceiling to the southeast that we were curious about, and one to the north. But upon entering the water-filled room to the north, Bjorn heard a voice warning us to go back, because we had entered his lair now. Not wanting to fight the battle underwater where we could not breathe, we went back to the room with the stone hut. There were a couple of finely made bone fishing poles and 2 armoires filled with 2 swords, a javelin, and black seashell plate armor in them that bore the mark of the cult of the crushing wave. We took the armor, the lance, and the swords. Then we followed the stream of water south. We came upon a huge room full of giant crocodiles, and I suddenly knew what happened to all the baby crocodiles Dolores Bickerman was feeding at the end of Lake Placid. There is also a glowing water floating up 400 feet and coalescing in a gate on the ceiling. But the gate had collapsed, and the creature who was its lock was in pieces on the ground, being devoured by crocodiles. In the place of the gate is a giant pillar of water shooting straight up like this time I changed my son's diaper. So we took a long rest and were told by a voice that we need to leave their domain now and told us to go up the pillar of water shooting into the ceiling, and that's exactly what we did. We traveled for miles and somehow able to breathe under the water, and we came up 150 feet below the surface of the Sea of Swords, about 200 miles off the Sword Coast of Faerun. We swam to an island, and whodunit built us a boat while Eleuthria and Bjorn tried to determine where we were. Cirrus suggested calling his bro Renwick the Lich, and Boja reached out to her elder in Waterdeep via sending. The elder told her that the Desserin Valley had been saved and that we were hailed as heroes. He warned us of pirates if we traveled the Sea of Swords, and that they will look for a wizard to help us. The elder sent Boja and a second sending, saying that a group of pilgrims came to their abbey in Waterdeep looking for the Phandalin Five. They had already been to Phandalin and other locations. They said that they needed help and had money, and that a whole town had disappeared. Boja responded that we would meet them in their temple in Waterdeep when we got back to the mainland. They also sent a message from Garel that Lord Neverwinter had declared the Phandalin Five dead and seized the Clockwork Cock, our beloved bar in Phandalin, thus assuring that Bjorn will one day kill him. Boja also contacted the priest of Tyr, who sent a sending saying that the treacherous Jacqueline D'Antonio is raiding the Sword Coast. After asking if we knew the priest knew him, the priest of Tyr replied that a mage named Renwick had shown up in Red Larch 4 days ago and had unbelievable power. He helped the town, saying that it was a favor for Cirrus. As we were taking off in the SS Minnow on our 3-hour tour, Boja contacted Renwick and told him that the Underdark trip was successful and that the elemental gate was destroyed. She let Renwick know that we had run into Aboleth. She thanked him for Red Larch and told him that we would provide more details when we see him next. Little did we know that a day into sailing east, he would show up on our boat wondering about the phylactery and the sword that he asked us to find. Turns out that he was looking for us for what the sword he was looking for was in fact the Iron Fang war pick that was disintegrated when we closed the portal to stop the apocalypse. Renwick was angry, but was going to leave when Cirrus asked him for a ride. Thus was Peak Cirrus about to emerge once again. Renwick agrees to help if after 1 year, when he comes to us, we must either have his brother's phylactery or proof that we had tried to find it, or he would take our souls. Cirrus refused, but would not quit running his lip, and it was making us all nervous, but it was driving whodunit fucking crazy. Finally, Renwick agreed to transport us randomly to some place in Faerun, and we accepted. We ended up surrounded by moaning spirits in the Field of the Dead in the rolling hills east of Baldur's Gate. And with that, I'm going to hand it on over to Diemesis.
Nice. So
you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for all the dung.
That was a very good roundup. Thank you very much, sir. So you have found yourself in the Fields of the Dead, somewhere between Baldur's Gate to the east of Baldur's Gate. As we left it last time, Renwick had transported you, but he wasn't up. Maybe he did it on purpose, maybe he didn't. But you're in a field, and you all ended up conveniently standing in cow patties in a farmer's pasture. What's strange is that the farmer's pasture has a fence around it made up of old weapons, skulls, bones, and such. And the farmer is sitting there scratching his chin and scratching at his privates, looking at you, standing in his cow patties as you suddenly appeared. And that's where we left you last time. So, over to you guys.
Is he at least using different hands with the scratching of the privates and the chin?
No, he is not.
Okay.
After he scratches his privates, he's the kind of guy who sniffs. So, there's that.
You have someone in common, Bjorn.
Yeah.
So, well met.
Everything seems okay to me.
Yeah. Y'all.
Bjorn is checking to see if there are any mushrooms in the cow patties.
Yeah.
You're standing in my cow patties.
Apologies for that. We did not expect to come here. We were teleported here randomly.
Yeah, and previously mentioned, Cirrus will step out of cow patties and cast
Yeah.
prestidigitation.
Yeah, I'm gonna shadow step out of that to somewhere clean, and then
As I
cast
very
prestidigitation on myself.
Yeah, as I very spitefully, I cast prestidigitation on everybody else except Sirius last time. It's the final word.
Them be some of my best cow patties. I was getting ready to sell them. They're drying out there. I was going to sell them for fuel, and now they're kind of ruined.
Wait, wait. You're telling me that you sell shit?
Oh, yeah. The cows.
I'm afraid our friend Carlsruhe already marketed the fuel market,
Wasn't
and
that
you're gonna have to speak with him before you can do that. And he's dead, so you can't do that.
Was he the one that was selling owlbear shit up there? I heard
He
about that.
was.
He was.
He was.
Yeah,
he has passed on,
he-
so there is an opening in the market.
He's
Well,
a big energy agent.
Some of
Wait a minute. Now, all right, he's hillbilly. He's selling shit. Now you're telling me you sell shit too?
No, there's no we selling shit. Carlsruhe selling shit.
Yeah.
And for that reference,
That was a
audience,
one-man operation.
you will have to go all the way back to the very first session of the Fellowship of the D20.
Yeah.
Literally, session 1 was where Carlsruhe got into big energy and organized, and we got into organized crime as well.
I love how
I
you're
had to
calling
do
me.
it. Yeah. I think it was. I think it might have actually been Neff that asked him if he was into big energy with that.
Well, you see,
Big Jingle Janks energy.
we heard about that. That it was all the rage. People were like, "Yeah, we could." Not only do we have to sell the cow meat and the milk, but while we're waiting for those to come to market, we could sell the shit. And people were into it. We had investors from Waterdeep and all over the place coming in to buy our shit. It was incredible.
Wait a
But
minute. So you literally sold the shit out of shit.
yeah,
If
Waste
they're
not,
gonna
lost
give
not,
you-
I guess.
If they're going to pay you for it, more power to you.
exactly. That's what we were saying too. Unfortunately, my cousin, he took things a little too literally, as so well did a couple others up north a little bit. And they actually tried to farm owlbears, and it didn't turn out so well. So,
Oh, shame I missed that.
yeah,
I hope the memorial service was nice.
it was, but yeah, once
So- I do
Well,
have a-
you know, considering how it probably went and what probably happened to that owlbear shit later, they really put themselves into their business.
they did.
Hold
It-
on, Jeff was trying to say something.
Go ahead.
I do not understand how precisely are we ruining your shit?
Well, you stepped into shit now, and the consistency, it was drying and a nice consistency that I could sell. It was a nice patty. It was for construction. You know, I come out here once a month with the patties, and I look and I inspect everything. And every day, once the cow comes down, we have a little mold because the people in Waterdeep like to be able to stack them as they're shipping them around and everything. So now the mold is gone, but I guess it's not too bad. You know, I don't know if you were famous. I could probably sell them as like fossilized artifacts of you folks.
No,
Sir,
we
this
are.
is Bjorn the Naked Barbarian.
The Bjorn.
Take up all complaints with Ranwick, care of Sacred Stone Monastery.
Wait a second.
5.5 right here.
Yes.
Bjorn the Naked Barbarian. No, I haven't heard that name before. Sorry.
Surely you've heard of the Phandalin Five.
Well, I heard of a Phandalin Five when they were involved in selling shit, but you say you don't sell shit, so
Well, we once sold shit. But
Oh,
since
No,
then,
no,
we have become
no.
heroes of the realm.
There is no we in the shit selling.
Oh, Cirrus is so offended. I love it.
Oh, well, it's too bad because if I could have said this was the Phandalin Five shit, I could get more money for it. That would have
You
been
can
wonderful.
I would
absolutely
gladly
say
provide you with Phandalin 5 shit if you'd like.
that. Sir, what is your name?
My name's Jethro.
All right, Jethro, tell you what. You can absolutely sell this as shit that has been stepped in by the Phandalin Five. And if asked, we will back your story.
What if I? That's a long name. What if I just said it's your shit? Actually, I
No.
never thought about that. Can you sell human shit? Does that human shit burn? Well, I don't know.
You know
Oh,
what, Jethro? I will give you 5 gold pieces to end this conversation.
5 gold pieces, really? Hell, shit.
Yes.
I probably would have eaten this shit for 5 gold pieces, but sure,
Okay.
thank you.
Now,
It's going to
funnily,
be 4 if you keep talking.
off to the side, whodunit is actually putting his artificer mind to work, wondering what burns better, human shit or cow shit. And he decided cow shit because it has a lot more fiber in it that acts as kindling.
Meanwhile, Jethro's not saying anything. He's shut up. So
All right.
You know,
he's
you
waiting
have
for
to
his
do-
5 gold
I will
pieces.
give Jethro 6 gold pieces and ask him which way is Phandalin.
Phandalin?
Phandalin.
Oh, then he shuts his mouth again. He's like, "Can I talk now?"
Please. We just had to end that specific conversation. I wasn't asking you to be silent forever.
All right. Well, Phandalin is that way, and he points north, a long way. He's like,
Yeah.
You're a long way from Phandalin. I have to tell you. I have a cousin that lives near Phandalin. Well, he might live near Phandalin. He might have tried to farm owlbear shit too. So I don't know. He's not too smart.
Jethro?
Oh, sorry. He might have tried to farm something that we can't talk about. So,
Where are we, Jethro?
well, you're on my farm.
Where's your farm? Remember, we just materialized out of nowhere. We were in the middle of the ocean.
The ocean. Well, you're mighty far away from the ocean, sir. You're on my farm here, and the nearest city there's a village called El Tiriel. It's like that direction to the southwest, but I heard that it disappeared. I don't know. I've never been down there. And then if you go that direction to the west, you'll eventually get to Baldur's Gate. And then this area right here where we live, we don't get a lot of visitors here because it's called the Fields of the Dead.
That
I'm
explains
going
the
to
fences.
But why do they call it the Fields of the Dead?
They've got to put
well-
my corpses somewhere.
I don't know exactly. I've heard tell that there was some big fighting here a while ago. There was like a rebellion and lots of folk died. But I know that there's a lot of strange stuff in the ground that you can use to make interesting fences like this one. What do you think of my fence?
It's
like
excellent craftsmanship
What-
and very resourceful.
Thank
What
you.
were you saying, Jeff?
said
I
it's
was
rustic.
I was wanting a reminder what his fence was made out of again.
Like human bones and old pieces of armor and weapons that are rusting and all sorts of stuff like that. It looks like a giant tetanus / plague hazard. So
Jan,
Yes,
were
I
you
can-
going to say something? Oh, sorry.
I can see you're very creative.
yes.
Mm.
What were you gonna say, Jen?
Oh, I was just commenting that it was a rustic fence.
Yeah,
Rustic.
it sure is rustic. That's for sure.
Well, nobody's gonna mess with you guys. I tell you that.
By the way,
Nothing like
Alutria,
that.
you or Steve, you should see your bag of tricks people in your journal now. So
Oh, okay, thanks.
Ugh.
Who done it? There were centuries of battles here over millennia, if the stories are to be told, from gods fighting the elders before any of the younger races walked the planet. So
Why is this such a favorite spot?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, why is this such a favorite spot?
It's flat,
Um,
maybe.
Geographical convenience. It's in between a lot of other places. Big open fields.
Yeah, my buddy who lives up that direction, he's a moonshiner, you know. He tells me that he buys a lot of he buys a lot of that stuff that I can't talk about for run his still because there are no trees in the fields of the dead because they say that there's been so much going on around here that trees just don't grow here anymore. They got burned down and everything else. It's just flat, which is great for farming shit. I mean, for farming that stuff we can't talk about and cows. It's wonderful. So
All right. Okay, we need to figure out which way we're going. All I know is we should thank him and leave.
Thank you,
Oh, you-
Jethro.
All right, let's walk and talk. I want to be as far away.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
Yes,
that sounds
agreed.
wise. We've disrupted his
Okay.
business long enough.
Bolsha, how is
We
your nose?
apologize for stepping in your shit.
Yes.
What did you say, Jeff?
I'll toss a gold piece in and say for your trouble.
all
First
right,
of all,
everyone. Fair warning to the German dude I'm about to eat. The daughter is practicing a new recipe, and so I'm getting coconut pancakes with handmade whipped cream. She made polenta and braised pork shoulder the other day, so
All right.
Nice.
I'm living my best life having a culinary student in the house. So
Michael, get
All right.
this one. I hope it's not scary German guy.
Mhm. All right.
Um,
All right.
Yeah, I was asking Bolsha how her nose is holding up, and to Bjorn, I was like, actually, we should charge him a gold piece for raising the market value. We have just did the value added tax to his shit. He is
Yes.
going to sell that for so much more now. It is collectible.
collectible shit, honey. I found our shit. I brought our shit home. This is our shit.
All right.
All right. Yeah, while we do that, I'm going to go and cast Find Steed, and I'm going to summon my warg.
Ooh,
So-
fan-
My warg, I find Steed.
Oh, so
And
now
I
now you're telling me I need to add a warg too?
Yeah.
I feel very.
Unless I
left
could
out.
add an elk and just use the elk token, I could just do that.
It's up to you.
I'm going to make it easier on you. I'll just do the elk.
Okay.
Who done it looks at the warg very longingly. One day, Mr. Hump, I shall reclaim you.
Yeah, and I would say if we're going to make a long trip anywhere, we're going to need horses and a wagon.
That's a side adventure. The journey home of Mr. Hump. He's traveling, meeting new people on his way down from Phandalin.
Did you
It seems
really
to me,
that animal movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Use what, Mike?
it seems to me that we've left a cart and horses in about 3 or 4 different locations around Faerun.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
at the same time, most of you don't have mounts, and it's going to take a very long time to get anywhere from here,
Well,
unless
I
we're
might
going to
be-
go to Elturel.
What about your house?
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go the fastest? Because we can use the house once per 10 day.
I mean, I'm going to go to
I-
Phandalin, but
I really don't want to go back there.
you don't want to go back there?
What's there for me?
The jingle
I mean,
jangle.
Well,
Saving
we have-
group, and that's it. I'm no longer welcome in polite society, and I show my fangs. Where where can I be trusted in any civilization now? I shouldn't have survived this.
Okay,
Would you
you're
like-
going to avoid all civilization forever?
Not until I know I can trust not to feed on anyone. I didn't care
understand.
down in the back, I didn't care down in the dungeons. We were all the only people that were there were enemies.
Well, I don't want to go set up a household. I just don't like the idea that Droop's sitting in jail because Lord Neverember's an asshole.
No, agreed on that.
Boja, who done it? I apologize. I realize you don't really know Droop, but I feel bad that he's in jail because some guy's trying to take petty revenge on us.
Perhaps
Well,
the church could negotiate for Droop's release with Lord Neverember.
yeah. Speaking of which,
That's
first,
actually not a
Stuff
bad
the
idea.
church.
Hey,
yeah, first of all, Sears, any friend of yours is a friend of ours. You have been our bosom companions for many days now, weeks, months here.
Be careful
We-
saying that.
We have fought together. We have shed blood. We risked our very lives to aid in the saving of your friend Karlsruhe, despite how that turned out for us. We would do so again for your friend Droop. And as for you, Eleutheria,
Mm-hmm.
I know keenly what you are going through, and you may lean on me for support.
I appreciate that.
All that I have. And Bjorn, I will not be
Yes.
messing with your hair for a while.
And to be honest, Eleutheria, not that I had forgotten about the deal you had made. It just hadn't occurred to me that you were struggling for control. So I apologize for not taking that into consideration. You've handled it so well that
Yeah,
I simply assumed.
yeah. I didn't want to scare any of you more than you already have been.
I'm traveling with
gotta-
2 priests and 2 vampires, and they scare me more than you do.
Jethro's kind of looking around. You're not going to feed on me now, right? I could go.
No, you. No, I do not. I do not harm those that are innocent.
Dad, and
all
you
right.
don't have to
That's
leave
my
on your
job.
property.
All right.
I am sworn by my oath to preserve life.
Well, try and be careful and not step on any patties. I'm going to go show the missus what we got. We're going to Sizzler after this. So
Enjoy.
Two things to note. One, just so you know, Bjorn still has the jug of alchemy. I haven't changed out my infusion, so enjoy that until I change out my infusion. 2, Nim, I think this is now and forevermore my favorite NPC.
I'm kind of surprised Bjorn isn't wanting to go to the Moonshiners. That's what I was like.
Yeah, this is how we make the moonshine.
Well, I mean, we technically have to find a place where alcohol was illegal, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cheers to y'all. Baldur's Gate shall rise again. So
Well, it always does, and then it gets invaded for the 10th time.
yeah.
Oh,
God, where the hell did that come? I wasn't planning that, but somehow Baldur's Gate has become the South now. So there it is.
Yeah.
well, they're definitely going to be raising hell this module.
Yes. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh golly! All right.
So
What
you
is,
decide where we
What
want
is-
to go, and I will call the house. And Boja, you might want to do the sending to your order. Let them know that you are no longer lost at sea, so they don't need to send wizards or sailing vessels into dangerous pirate waters looking for us.
Let's let
Oh,
everyone
please,
get
like
up.
they were going to.
Hasn't been the next day yet. We used all of mine for today.
Ah,
Let everyone get a look at the alternate landing page before we get into stuff.
ooh, that's sexy. Look
okay,
at that.
I've been trying to say something for several minutes now.
All right, go for it.
Go ahead.
Can't. What is the nearest city from here? Like a big city that would have perhaps potions and stuff like that.
Baldur's
Yep.
Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate.
Then
So-
I suggest that is where we should go and perhaps
Yeah,
rest
I
up
think there's
while we're
also
there.
Scornabel in the east, but I mean it's about the same distance, I think.
Hold on. There's a better. Let me put you on the Baldur's Gate. Since you're in the Baldur's Gate region, I'll put you on the Baldur's Gate region map there. So,
I was actually asking Jethro, but
Yeah.
Jethro's like, well, El Turiel is the biggest city that I've ever heard of that anyone I know has gone to, but I've never been there. But like I said, someone said that it's not even there anymore. I guess they just decided they didn't want to be there and they moved the whole city. I don't know how that's possible, but they did it.
Hmm. This might-
But
Mhm.
I know Baldur's Gate is down along the river there. If you follow the river, you get to Baldur's Gate eventually. And then there's Candlekeep, but that's not really a city, I don't think. So
my vote is that we head to, I guess, Baldur's Gate then would be the best place to go, so that, like I said, we can rest and
we need to
get the
resupply
boats up.
and
Yep.
and get animals that we can use to ride.
and you all are right here. So
Place else.
Yeah,
And
I'd
we have
also at least like to talk to the Church of Faerun. I'm sure Boja would as well.
because I'm wondering if that city he spoke of isn't the one that the elder spoke to me about already.
Yeah,
El
I have that
Turo?
feeling too.
yeah, it's a weird thing. It's like you go there and there's just a hole in the ground. That's what I've been told anyway. I don't know if I believe it. I think that they're just trying to sell me on some shit. Oop, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Hmm.
Mm.
All right.
The devil went down to El Terrell.
Yeah.
I guess
So, yeah.
Baldur's Gate then. I will save Hut for a longer journey.
Well,
Mm.
I will tell you that you ask, he's like, yeah, walking Baldur's Gate gonna take you a fair bit of time. I had a friend who tried to walk in Baldur's Gate, and I don't know if he made it or not, but he was guessing that walking there would take him probably like a 10-day at least.
Well, I suppose that would work out.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on how fast you walk, I guess, but I'm thinking, if I remember right, he said it was like over 100 miles. So I'm not sure what a mile is, but it sounds like a long way. So
Mm.
Okay. Thanks, Jethro. We're used to walking.
all right. Can I mention something?
Yeah.
Certainly.
Well, my other cousin up the road a little bit, he's kind of a weird one, and he doesn't sell moonshine or fecal related materials or other things like that. He's not into agriculture. He's got what some call a legitimate business for people on the tradeway. Now it's a little, they come off the tradeway, but he's got a home there where he sells. I can't believe he does this. I'm so embarrassed. He sells carriages and carts. He makes them, and he might even have horses and other stuff like that.
Well, that's positively
Okay.
scandal.
It is.
And
That's
where?
why.
That's down the river.
No, he's about to the northwest. If you walk, or northeast, if you walk that direction. I don't live close to him because he'll come over and talk my ear off all the time. So he's about a day away that direction. You can't miss it though.
Oh, that.
Okay. So, are we going to his cousin's or to Baldur's Gate?
Well,
Well, if his cousin sells carriages and animals that pull carriages, then
Mhm.
that would save us a lot of time.
It could, but is there anything we might need from a large city though?
I don't need anything from a large city, but y'all seem to think it was important.
Bjorn?
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been to a large city. I'd like to see maybe what could possibly be traded for or upgraded. I'd like to get some health potions.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I think they do have a magic shop there.
Every large city has magic shop.
In Baldur's Gate? Yeah.
Yeah, I know of one, but I'm pretending I don't.
It is metropolis. Any
Mhm.
large city worth its salt will have magic shop and will recognize the talents of a proper magician.
All right. Do you guys want to take a vote?
Yeah,
Sure.
cart. Go get the carts.
From where though? Do you want to go northeast to his cousins,
Yes,
or do you want to
northeast
go
where
to
the cart
Baldur's
is.
Gate?
Okay.
Okay.
That's the closest place to get a cart and horses.
So
Established.
you all begin walking, and it's rather boring. I mean, you have to walk between plots of land that most of them are built of the fences similar to Jethro's fence, and there's ramshackle buildings and out farms. Some of them better built than others with cows and sheep and goats, and sometimes you find fields that are growing various grains and vegetables and things like that. It's mostly an agricultural region out here with scattered farms. And so it's easy travel, especially compared to where you have been traveling. And you can leisurely take your time walking. And you walk most of the day. And as sunset is about to dip down, you see the first 3-story building you've seen in ages, and the only 3-story building you've seen around here. There are a number of merchants who appear to have merchant caravans and stuff camped around this place. It looks like an inn and a boarding, like a boarding station. And there's a giant fenced off area with actual wood that has what looks like 30 or 40 horses in it. So to your surprise, you see a certain camel figure in the enclosure.
Mr.
Wait,
Hunt?
is impossible. Left him so far away from here. And plus, I've got to ask DM.
Yeah.
Was that the only shit farmer we passed out there?
Was he the only shit farmer? No, he
Yeah.
was not the only shit farmer.
Okay. I just had to know.
There are other shit
She was our
farmers.
shit farmers.
Yes. He
I'm
said
gonna go. Is the camel draped in the harness and finery that I normally keep him in?
no.
All right, I've got to go see, and I go sprinting off.
As you get
The guy who
closer,
built the inn said, "If we build it, they will come."
as you get closer, suddenly out of nowhere, there's this heartstring music starts to play. And the time slows down as you're running through the plains. Your hair is streaming behind you.
His ears flopping in the wind.
Dun, 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 dun,
And the
dun,
camel.
dun, dun.
The camel notices you and begins to do a sideways dance back and forth, and it begins to gallop towards you. And you meet in the middle of and run into each other, and you're laughing, and flowers are falling out of the sky.
And he's spinning around and around in slow
Yes.
motion. And my feet are dangling. Oh.
Yes, it is Mr. Hump. How is he not here?
Prestidigitation,
And just-
prestidigitation, and minor
just when-
illusion. I want
And
some
just when
fire.
he done, I thought that he was over the hump.
Sirius is trying to wash his eyes out because he doesn't want to see it. So
No, I'm making fireworks appear over their heads with
nice. Yes.
prestidigitation.
Fireworks are going off. It's incredible. It's a magical moment. Everybody's tearing up a little bit. Bjorn
There's
has,
a bard writing a poem off to the side.
Bjorn has actually gotten hard, and everybody has to back away. So
It's like, oh, Bubala, where have you been? How did you even get here? You're so far away from where I had to leave you. Oh, and look at you. Somebody has been taking very good care of you. Look,
I don't-
your fur's been brushed.
can Mr. Hump talk?
No, he's just a camel.
You see a guy walk out. He looks like Jethro, but he's actually dressed nicely and clean shaven. He's like, you know that creature there, do you?
Yes, this is actually my camel, Mr. Hump.
Is there a reason why this morning that creature would have magically appeared here, like just poofed, and he's in my pasture with my horses? Scared my horses half to death, I'll tell you, but he's a nice animal. He came with tack and everything. I got it over in the tack house. Is this animal belong to you? He seems to like you anyway, with the fireworks and the spinning around and time slowing down. I was tearing up. I almost got hard, like your friend over there. Sir, you need to put that away. You're going to scare all my customers. So,
Yeah.
Or
yes,
maybe it might attract customers.
We know a friend who probably did the sending.
yes, indeed. This is my mount. I will be happy to pay you for your keeping watch over him for the past day.
oh, no need. If you're coming here, well, it's interesting that you're coming here with the direction you're coming from, but if you want to come in and you want to patronize our inn and have some food, I'll consider it a good trade because
Yes. Gods, yes.
All right. Well, my name's Dimble, and welcome. This here's Dimble's Inn. I'm here a little ways off the tradeway, but I take care of merchants' needs going up and down. I also have a tack business here, and we have a little general store. We have some rooms that are still available for rent, and the kitchen is open. So,
I do not suppose you're related to a fellow named Jethro, are you?
kind of rolls his eyes. Yeah, I know Jethro. Wow, what's he done now? He didn't.
No, he said he had a brother who would sell carts and horses and things of that nature.
Yeah, he referred us to you.
Oh,
I also
well,
heard he found some black gold.
yeah, you could
Texas
say
tea.
that. He's always trying to tell me I need to give up this business and start selling shit. And I told him that I would rather eat shit than sell shit. But, that's just me. I'm very happy with what I do. But I guess he's making a good business, a good go of it. So there's that. It's just unfortunate. He was my best, well, how do I say this? He was my best bouncer before he decided to move down there with his wife and start selling shit. So, but it's all right. I got myself a new bouncer now. And, what's interesting? Well, you come on in. I don't want to talk your ears off. I've been told by Jethro that I could do that sometimes. So,
He seems like I just look I pull my ears, make them really long. He's like, well, to be fair, I have plenty of ears to talk off. So,
The emesis got dropped out for a minute.
oh darn it. So, how about that game?
Yeah.
See that Bears game last week? Bears on the way. Those aren't pillows.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Horrifying and so funny at the same time. All right. Oh, come on.
Steve, will you make
Uh,
up your mind?
Yeah, that was
I am hating
that
my
was me. Yeah,
and life at the moment.
Either do it or don't, man. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
All right.
I'm
just going to. I hope it doesn't echo for everybody, but
okay.
everything
Okay,
just
you-
shut down for me. My mic, my camera, and my speakers or my headphones all shut down at the same time.
Oh, geez.
wow.
All right,
Okay.
I was
What
just telling Deb, well, to be fair, I stretch out my ears. I have plenty of ears to talk off if you want to share your story sometime. I am good.
Two very long ones, in fact.
Well, it's interesting you say that because this guy came in almost 20 days ago and he poofed in here too, but he poofed in a completely different way. It was the strangest thing. This guy poofed in and said he was from someplace up north called Phandalin. Now, I've never heard of Phandalin before, but he poofed in here and said that a Feesgrit had duplicated him and put him down here to eat and then disappeared. And I'll tell you, this little guy is the toughest son of a bitch I've ever met. He beat the crap out of some guy the other day and threw him right out of the inn and said that he had learned that from some dude named Bjorn.
Sirius just turns around and says, Droop,
Master? Master?
dude.
Troop comes out. Time slows down again. Fireworks go up in the air.
Yeah. Okay.
My turn. Make the fireworks.
Master, Fiesgri brought me down here. I don't know what has gone on with the inn, and I failed you. I was so scared to go back up north because I didn't know what had happened. And then I was down here, and I'd be like, Bjorn! I beat the shit out of people, Bjorn.
I'm proud of you, little buddy.
Yeah.
Are you happy? Are you happy down here?
I am, Master. They pay me to work here. And Droop get to be big, bad goblin. People actually scare a Droop down here.
All right. You didn't fail me, Drew. I don't think any. I'll look at Eleuthera and Bjorn.
Yes.
You didn't fail us.
No, not at all.
We
But-
just want you to be happy. We heard you were in trouble, like in jail.
Yes, Fiesgrit showed up. He was very scary, and he duplicated me somehow. And then I hide and run for Fiesgrit, and then bad man show up and say that he take your inn, and he imprisoned the gnomes, and he imprisoned the clone. So I run away, and then I just poof.
Yeah, I don't like
I'm
that they
going
got
to
in prison.
deal with that, bud.
No, neither do I. But
I'm going to deal with that bad man.
Yeah, we're gonna kill that guy at some point.
Not we.
Yeah.
Me.
All right. That one's all yours.
Droop likes it here, though. Droop like working here. I'm sorry, Master, if that's okay, but Droop like working here for Dilbert.
Dude, we just want you to be happy.
yeah.
Yep.
These are other friends of ours that we met. Whodunit and Boja. Whodunit,
Hello.
Boja. This is Drew, the 0.5 in the Phandalin 5.5.
Nice to meet you, Drew. And I'll shake his hand with my trunk.
How are you doing, lady? Why do you have thing on face that looks like Bjorn's thing? Oh,
That was the way the creator made me.
Drew Perry.
You know, that's interesting. That's how the creator made me as well.
You seem like a nice lady. Your name is Boja. I'm Drew. And then he looks at Whodunit. He's like, Master Sirius, you're traveling with a giant coney. Do you have any potatoes?
Potatoes.
Doff my hat. I am Hieronymus Herax Whodunit. At your service. Monster hunter. Magician extraordinaire.
Oh,
And of the Phandalin Five.
Droop has seen everything now. Oh my lord, Droop never seen anything like this in Talking Cody. But where's Karlsruhe? I was trying to show the people here how to do jingle janks, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. Where is
Karlsruhe
He's
is
been
dead.
lost. Yes.
what?
He died twice.
Droop sits down and just starts weeping uncontrollably.
Mm.
You know how you feel.
That's another thing we're going to have to take care of, is we can't leave his soul in the nine hells.
What about the scary gnome lady? She dead too?
No, last I heard she was fine, but it was a long time that we had news from her.
She went home last we spoke.
Yeah, she might be in Waterdeep.
Gnome lady. I was like, wait, the gnomes we fought were back. Oh, now I know.
Selby.
Selby, yeah.
I forgot about like how their relationship started off. She was intimidating the crap out of everybody with her high charisma rolls.
Yeah.
Does Droop need to come with you to kick ass of the guy who killed Karlsruhe?
No, I don't think Droop will be kicking the ass of the guy who killed Karlsruhe. place.
Yeah, because they're dead.
I most assuredly am not.
Whodunit is just rolling his eyes and looking up at the sky, so like one of these, like, why does he do this? Why, there's like it just play everything would be cool, but no, he's like this guy.
No, Drew, thank you for the offer, but you have a good life here, and I think they need you here.
As you say that, you hear some raised voices and a smash of a cup. And Dilbert looks at Droop and raises an eyebrow. He's like, "Do you have time for this, Droop?" And Droop gets up. Droop, take care of it.
I'm going. I might want to see this in action.
All right. Anybody else going to see this in action?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm curious.
You see two large guards for competing caravans that are drunk off their ass and they're fighting with each other, and one of them is smashing another one over the head with a beer stein. Droop comes in and everyone kind of gets quiet, but the two are still fighting, and the one guy looks at Droop and pushes him, and Droop kind of falls and lands on his butt for a second. He's like, "What are you going to do, little runt?" Droop gets up and punches him in the nuts, lifting him up off the ground, picks him up, and throws his ass out the window, and then the other guy throws himself out the door and leaves him.
Much joy.
He has learned his lessons well.
Yeah, like I look at Bjorn and I look at Droop and I look back at Bjorn. Like, you taught him how to do all that?
Yes, sir. I'm proud of that little guy.
And he does this. See?
I may have given him some pointers in swordplay.
Drew practiced at other inn, and it was a lot of fun. But I have to tell you, there is a new gnome up there who is very good at it now, and he lifts weights. He injects something in his arms, and his muscles get all big, and he talks like this. So,
as long as it's not a halfling.
My name
With an
is
appetite.
Arnold the Gnome. So,
Arnold the Gnome.
Arnold Nominator.
yes,
Nigger.
Arnold Gnome Jagger. All right. Gilbert's like,
So,
"Come on in, take a seat." And he looks at one of the merchants and Dilbert goes, he goes, "By the way, you're paying for the disturbance and for the broken stein." He's like, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." He's like, "Good."
I love how the other guy just threw himself out. I knew it was gonna be cool when like everybody else in the room gets quiet when Droop enters. Like, oh, this is about to happen.
after Droop says that, Bjorn adds, "And you're buying my drink, too."
He looks at Dilbert, and Dilbert shrugs and goes, "Yeah, you're buying his drink too." Okay.
Oh boy, you guys are about to be so broke.
He's like, any friend of Droop is a friend of mine. And he kind of goes over to a table in the corner and dusts it off, brings over a couple candles because it's kind of a shadowy corner. He's like, "It looks like you folks would like your privacy over here. I'll have the waitress bring over some beer, some ale, anything else, and I'll have her take your order for food."
That's good.
Thank
Sounds
you.
Good. Drink-wise, I would like, in addition to the ale, a bottle of the strongest stuff you have.
The strongest stuff we have, you say?
The strongest stuff you have, yes. It has been a while, so I have some catching up to do.
I'm afraid I can't give you that one on the house. I could tell you the
Okay.
price, and if it's okay, I'll bring it to you.
How much is it?
It's 500 gold a bottle,
500 gold a bottle?
and it's 3,000-year-old Dwarven brandy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is a no.
well, I don't have enough of that. But how about something in the 4 or 5 gold range?
The 4 or 5 gold range. Well, my cousin lives up to the northwest and makes the best poutine you've ever had in your life. That's what we call
Okay.
it here, moonshine.
Hey, Bjorn, you want that bottle?
Yes, I do.
I will take out of the many things that we've got here a gold gargoyle mask, because there's nothing special about it. It's just a gold gargoyle mask, which is worth 700 gold pieces.
Damn.
One of our many pieces of treasure. This ought cover price of a special ale for Foot in the Bjorn.
Oh, yeah, baby. I'm drinking good tonight. That's what I'm talking about.
They keep the change.
You filthy animal.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
Hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
You take the mask out, and he goes. His eyes widen, and you notice that he has a shrewd look to him, like he could definitely appraise items. And he looks at it, he's like, "Well, this is worth the price of that. You know, any friend of Droop's a friend of mine, and I don't want to rip you folks off. I'm afraid I don't have the cash in hand to give you change at the moment. But what I can do is
Way before I could say it, because I slid the mask over and I told him to keep the change.
oh, well, thank you very much, sir. Not only will I throw in that bottle, I'll throw in a whole case of the poutine and your night's lodgings if you choose to stay here, your meal. And I'm assuming I saw you folks walking that you might want some travel arrangements. We'll throw those in the bargain as well. How is that?
That sounds so
Damn.
fair.
Well, let me get that for you. And he goes off, and a waitress, a little halfling waitress, comes up over, and she looks like, "How y'all doing today? My name's Esmeralda, and I'm here to take your order. Oh, by the way, I was told to provide this." And a young boy comes traipsing over. He's a half-elf lad, and he's carrying a case of poutine that is in the weirdest thing. They're like glass jars. You don't know why they're big glass jars, but it just seems right, you know? So
All
and
right.
he puts it down on the table, and then they bring over a whole keg of beer and a keg of ale and put it on the table as well. And he's like, "I don't have to carry any more stuff, do I, Esmeralda?" "You might. Now get back to the kitchen."
Actually, I need 5 shot glasses.
Okay. So he goes off to bring the shot glasses. Meanwhile, she looks around. She's like, "What can I get you to eat?"
What would you recommend, young lady?
Just
Well-
throw a cow on the table, and I'll handle the rest.
Yeah.
Well, after we have talking cows that come to the table and tell you what they want you to eat. So,
Oh, well then perhaps I shouldn't order a cow.
Oh no, they breed them that way
Yeah.
specifically.
She's like, "Well," she looks around kind of nervously for a second. "I'm afraid the special today is rabbit stew." And I don't know that well, but we have a lovely lamb chop that's going on, and our cook back there can also serve up at any time. We've got shepherd's pie. We've got a variety.
man. Shepherd's pie?
Yes, we've got stuffed eel. We've got a dessert that he makes he won an award in Baldur's Gate, which is a cream treat. It's like a cream pie that he's got back there, and a variety of other things. He can pretty much make it all. He's a very talented chef. He just didn't like living in Baldur's Gate, so he came out here.
I'm sure this chef is lovely, and I will try some of the lamb, but I will not be requesting a cream pie from the chef tonight.
Okay.
Lamb
I
sounds fine.
I will definitely have lamb. I will take a pass on the rabbit.
I'm waiting for someone to order the rabbits too.
I'm kind of eyeballing the table to see if anybody's going to go there.
No, because there might be a hair in it.
I will definitely be avoiding the eel after what we went through to get out here.
Yeah.
Well played, Jen. Well played.
I'll go with the lamb stew and I'll ask her for some water.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
have
your
mine there.
Warrior's Bane Jennifer has become husband's bane of late.
So
I'll take some of that shepherd's pie.
okay, Esmeralda goes away, and after a while, the food comes back. Dilbit also comes back with a bottle that it's hard. It looks like it's a bottle shape. It is so crusted over with time and age and dust and everything. And he kind of is cleaning it off with water. He's like, we've got a few of these down in the basement. I never thought I'd be able to sell them. It's interesting. Somebody paid for their stay here for a couple of weeks with one of these one time and some other things. And he had found a whole stash of this somewhere to the south. But I tried it once. This is mighty powerful stuff. I'm just warning you. But it's good. So enjoy. I've left the rest of the crusting on it for the ambiance. Plus, it keeps it insulated. I don't know what it is, but it keeps it insulated and fresh, so it doesn't go bad. So it's amazing stuff. So here you go, sir. Enjoy your Dwarven brandy, and just remember, you can enjoy yourselves, but don't get too rowdy. All right.
All right. So I'm gonna take the 5 shot glasses. I'm going to fill up each of them, and I'm going to give one to each of the Phandalin Five.
All right. I
I'm
accept
going
it.
to hold up my glass and say, "Hail, brothers and sisters."
Hail.
Salute.
I'm going to need a Constitution check for that shot. So.
I'm just seriously just taking a sip.
Yeah.
But I'll do a check.
Back, like I'm the Russian I pretend to accent.
If you're going to shoot it, I'm going to need that Constitution check. So.
I'll do
No,
that. I guess.
I'll do like Sirius said. I'll like raise it and then just take a sip.
I got a 12 on that Constitution check.
32.
17. Damn, 32, Steve? Holy crap.
Yeah.
I'm going to laugh if Bjorn is the only one that fails the Constitution check. So Boja and Greg or Sirius, you're not shooting it?
No.
Okay. Jeff and Steve, you shoot it, and this stuff burns the hell out of your throat going down, and then hits your stomach like a lead brick. Sits there.
That is the good stuff, right?
But there's a warmth going through your body, and you suddenly feel like singing Dwarven chanty songs and painting women with beards. So,
Hairy women.
That's right.
Who has
We
beard,
go
but-
swimming with the hairy women.
meanwhile, Bjorn, you take one drink and you have the same experience, and then the room goes spinning sideways because you've become a lightweight since then, and you actually tumble out of your chair unconscious for the next 10 minutes.
God
Meanwhile,
Man. He's been too long without a beer.
they're one
Totally
those
worth the mask.
weird, but when you're a dwarf, that's not too weird. Down below in the earth so cold, that's where the men get really bold. Yo ho, we're having some fun, drinking dwarf ale and having some fun without the sun.
Now I sent you a whisper.
Now, do
Yeah.
I have silence?
What was that, Jennifer?
I was looking to see if I had silence.
No.
I do if you don't.
What?
And I can cast it as a ritual, so you don't have to use a spell slot on it.
As, you better get it quick, because as Whodunit starts singing, other people around start picking up the song, and pretty soon
Yes.
everybody is singing.
Yeah, I'll get it off.
You know what? I would like to make a performance check if you'll let me. I'm just going into it. Start using prestidigitation to start or minor illusion, whichever one will work best, to start making some music.
And it's funny,
Start doing a little dance. It's not
there's
the jingle
a sign
jank.
above the bar that says the Green Dragon Inn. So
Nice. Nice.
And if
The
we-
only brew for the brave and true comes from the Green Dragon.
Dragon.
There you go.
Sears doesn't say a word. He just looks at Whodunit while he's singing, takes out his lute, and starts playing along.
Yeah.
I need a performance from Whodunit too.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll play as something as well.
Yeah, I start using a minor illusion.
Use my
to,
bardic abilities.
Meanwhile, Troop is in the corner doing an even worse version of the Jingle Janks as he's happily watching you. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna guidance that. Yeah, the beer apparently has been messing around with my 15.
and
Good work.
Bjorn's missing all the fun. Bjorn, you wake up to the whole inn roaring and pounding on the tables as Cirrus and Eleuthera, who is dancing and singing as well, and Cirrus is strumming along to his lute, and Whodunit is up on the table dancing a jig and singing, and the crowd is going wild. Gold pieces are flying towards the table.
Yeah, I'm going to Bjorn now as he starts waking up. And down on the floor is Bjorn of the Bear. He's very covered in hair.
People are like raising their glasses to Bjorn, and people are like patting him on the head and on the back, and he don't know what the hell's going on.
God damn, that was awesome. Give me that bottle.
Totally worth it.
And then the song ends, and you guys get a total of, I mean, just coins are flying everywhere, but it is a total of, I will make it more than that, 15 gold in various coinages flies at the table. So
very nice. Yeah, and I bow to the audience.
And Dilbit comes around the bar and applauds. He's like, "Let's hear it for the." He tries to remember Phandalin Five. Like some people acknowledge you as like, "I've heard of them." Huzzah! That's Phandalin Five.
I do that Bugs Bunny
That's
thing.
damn right, you've heard of us.
I do that Bugs Bunny thing where like I'm bound. I take off my head. And I bow low enough to let my ears drag the floor.
All right. Greg, did you get my whisper back to you?
I did. I'm sending something back.
All right.
Ooh, sneaky whisper.
It's almost like he's a rogue.
It's almost like.
So you all can continue eating and drinking and singing through the night, and rooms have been prepared for you, but they don't have enough rooms for everyone to have their own. They have 2 separate rooms that they can give.
Yep. Whodunit, for the most part, is going to spend a lot of the time basically regaling these people with stories and songs, and I'll be using my magic to kind of go over all the stuff that happened underground, in the tunnel. Just to prove, like, we're not dead. People say we're dead, but here's what's happened. And there was the aboleths, and there was the lich that some people get too friendly with. I'm not saying who. And you're just
You're welcome.
So go ahead and give me another performance check on that, and anybody else who wants to assist him in telling this C-3PO type tale of your adventures. So
I'm going to go ahead and guidance that one because
as you're telling these tales, Bjorn is often reminding you, don't forget to tell him about that time I did this one thing and that other thing.
Totally thing to say.
you have to use prestidigitation to do the Millennium Falcon sounds and everything too. The carbonite.
Yeah, I think we're going to call this like C-3PO telling the story to the Ewoks.
Yeah.
And not only am I doing that, but anything Bjorn adds, I embellish even further than what he says.
Nice.
And I guess let me do another performance check, I suppose, since I'm still doing this.
Because I had it again.
You're kind of talking over Jeff there, Steve.
I didn't mean to.
So what?
So
Okay.
All right. So your performance is so good that what you don't realize is that over the next 5-10 days, these merchant caravans will spread down as far south as Kalimshan and as far north as the spine of the world, and the popularity and fame of the Phandalin Five will increase tenfold along the Sword Coast.
Nice. I would like to add, and if any of you has dealings with Neverember, let them know we're alive and we want our shit back.
And also let him know that he will never sleep safe and sound again.
One guy in the back raises his ale, or he raises his glass, and a bunch of others join him. Fuck Neverember.
Yes. That's it.
And when that happens, I'm gonna use Thaumaturgy to have thunder and roll in the background in agreement.
Oh,
Whoa.
that
Yeah,
was so
we
metal.
should get a new
That
Lord
was
of Ember
so
Ember.
metal.
Somebody who looks like Hugh Grant.
Yes. Oh,
Hold on, I gotta type. I'm typing something to Sierra. So, what do you guys want to do? So, you could do this for the rest of the night and retire to the rooms, or we could keep doing this, or whatever. This is a nice change of pace from fighting for your lives. So,
I'm
Yeah,
ready to go to bed and head
Yeah.
off to Baldur's Gate in the morning.
Yeah, I would have
I was
slipped out
going-
earlier than the rest to do devotions properly in a room to Sarah and drink before I went to bed.
done it.
Yeah,
streams
I'm gonna be doing my meditation and prayers as well, and I'm also gonna add like a little bit of prayer to Vandria Gilmadrith
who done it
for
is
Karlsruhe.
who done is going to stay up way too late, entertaining folks, and on the side, he's actually going to talk to Droop when the tavern closes or slows down, and ask him to tell him his stories about his time with the Phandalin Five.
Nice.
And also a prayer to Sehanin for Karlsruhe as well, to protect his soul.
hold on for a second.
I have no meditations or any rituals to perform. I'm gonna stumble into my room, fall onto my bed, and sleep.
It's just faceplant.
Not that I would know anything about that experience at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
You're
just
kinda overdue for
imagining.
I remember those nights coming home, just boom, straight down on the face.
Yep. Oh my gosh, remind me to tell you about the boot sometime.
Okay, that sounds promising. Oh, this is whatever's going on is intense, y'all.
Hold on, just
Can't
one
wait.
more second.
I was holding on before, and that guy told me I had to leave.
All right, so get back to you. So, all right, so all of you do have the best night's rest that you've had in quite a while.
Hell
It's
yeah.
strange though. I mean, even when you were on the deserted island for 5 days, you were still on guard. It's weird to listen. There are so many noises, unlike the Underdark, where you had gotten so used to not making any noise at all because it could mean your doom, that it's almost deafening for you being here. It's nice in a way, but disturbing at the same time. You feel as if it is going to take you a while to get your adventures underground out of your system. And for Eleuthera, it is something that you are accustomed to. It's almost like a withdrawal from being in the Underdark.
Yeah.
But you wake up in the morning refreshed. For the first time, you wake up not to having to be on guard or having to set watch, but to sunlight coming through the windows and the gentle crowing of a cock. Not that kind of cock. The cock that crows.
Bjorn.
Yes.
Yeah.
That may or may
Yeah.
not be in my backyard. So there it is. So
Oh, jeez. I'd forgotten what it was like not to sleep on stone. Oh, a mattress filled with straw or feathers or a combination of the two is amazing.
I will tell you,
I think it's rabbit fur.
it's filled with rabbit fur, but we won't talk about that. So.
Jesus.
Well, they had to make the stew out of something.
What I don't know won't
Yes.
cause me to turn down place.
It was very comfortable. So. No, we won't do that. It was filled with. It's a down mattress or down pillow and down mattress. So
I
very
was gonna say, like, Bjorn's like, well, whodunit, you don't mind if I sleep on you from now on, right? 'Cause that was pretty.
Like if it was really going to be rabbit fur, it's like, strangely, it reminds me of when I was just a little kid, like snuggling up against my mother.
If we ever get a giant chicken in the party, they're in trouble. So they're screwed.
Just
So
don't invite Professor Thaddeus. Is all I'm saying.
yes. Well, I say there. So
All right,
think-
so
To invite Burley, anything that's an animal.
what? Yeah.
Sirius will go down for breakfast and just wait for the others to come.
Yeah, I'll go.
yep, I'm definitely coming down for breakfast. I'm hungover as fuck. I gotta eat me some greasy food.
Dilbert salutes you all, and there's actually fried potatoes, bacon, eggs, ham,
Oh, bacon.
toasted bread with jams and jellies waiting for you. Dilbert brings over a glass of actual juice, orange juice. I'm not sure where he got this, but he has got orange juice for all of you, and he pours a little something in a hair of the dog. He calls it for Bjorn into the orange juice and hands it to you. So
You might
You
have
like
to make some more bacon so that everybody else can have some.
it's
Now
like,
you're messing with a son of a bitch.
I come to
That's right.
sleep to get my long rest, but like you can see, like I was up late. I am kind of dragging, a little bit of baggy under the eyes. Oh, what the night! That was a good one. Really
Sirius,
needed that
Sirius,
thing we've been.
Sirius will tell the others that this bit we've heard about El Toro is apparently from Jethro is apparently true. The city was under some vague threat and reaching out for help, and then one day it was gone, and there's some sort of sigil in the ground that no one can recognize.
I'm curious about it, honestly.
Wait a minute. Were we not told about a entire city that just disappeared in one of the sendings that Boja received?
The elder spoke of it, yes.
Yes, someone
Yeah.
was whining about losing their city.
Yeah, I think it was wine. I think that's El Toro.
There's
What
also
was that?
something going on in Baldur's Gate with the royal family and a cult of the Lost Three.
The cultists of the Dead Three really don't like us, and we have had bad encounters with them. I would not like them to come back.
I don't think the Cult of the Dead 3.
Oh, he froze.
Yeah,
Or was it just
No,
Yeah.
he froze up.
darn?
yeah. I was saying like we had that revenant that served the Dead Three, and she's not dead yet.
Are you talking about the one that was chasing?
I'm back.
Yeah.
No, she's destroyed.
No, she came back. She ran off. She took over like a body of somebody we killed, and she came back and
Who?
she left.
Who's this?
The Revenant.
Not the one from the.
As far as you know, she is destroyed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Her silver cord was cut. As far as you know. So
According to what Fragrak showed me, he destroyed her for me.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that detail.
as far as
What you're thinking of happened before that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know that you've all have ever had a run in with the Dead 3 before, so or Cult of the Dead 3. So
We
don't think
we dealt with I think we dealt with some Merkel cultists. We had that sword that was devoted to Merkel, and another item that was devoted to Baal. I think we lost all that.
but that was a very small
Yeah.
thing in that one town.
Yeah, nothing organized.
And failed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So and Dilbert kind of nods. He was like, when you're all, no rush, enjoy your meal. Actually stay as long as you like. When you're ready, we can look into the travel accessories for you. And I have to say to you, Mr. Whodunit, great singing last night. It was wonderful. You're looking a little tired. I hope that everything was amenable in the room. And your animal, which I meant to ask you about what kind of animal that is, actually hopped the fence and was looking in here for you before. So you may want to go and reassure your animal because he was very keen on knowing where you had been. So that is the damnedest thing that I have ever seen. I will say that.
We have been separated for an extended period of time. We'll go attend to him.
What kind of animal is that anyway? Is that some kind of malformed horse or what?
It is called a
What am I looking
camel.
at there?
They're called camels. They are typically from desert regions, which is why you would never have seen one. but I am an
Actually,
unusual person who collects unusual things.
I've heard about that before. Someone has mentioned. I've never seen one or just heard a description, but someone's mentioned something about that when a merchant caravan came up here from before. So that's interesting.
Hey, I tell you what, you want to see something else you've never seen before?
Sure.
Like I put my hand like this on my shoulder, and as I lift it, Mr. Simeon becomes visible.
What does Mr. Simeon look like again?
He looks like a flying monkey from The Wizard of Oz.
It's like, holy mackerel. It's like, that's a little bit, that's fantastic and a little bit scary at the same time. You could do a magic show here, except I don't know if we'd have enough business for you, but that's amazing.
Yeah, magic is typically what I do, but last night I had a terrific time entertaining. I just kind of like do this, and Mr. Simeon goes invisible for me again. But yeah, let me go reassure Mr. Hump. Oh, the poor fellow! I did not realize the separation anxiety he would be having. And I will exit.
Well, no worries. I guess they were being out there. The boy that takes care of the stables has been taking good care of him this morning and fed him and everything. I don't know if he eats grains, but that's what we gave him. So you take your time, and when you're ready to see Mr. Hump, that'll be fine. So y'all need anything, you let me know, or you let Esmeralda know. She'll be up and around.
Pleasure.
By the way, I forgot to tell you, Esmeralda, most people don't understand because I'm a human and Esmeralda's a halfling, but there's my wife, so I should have introduced her. So, darling, this is my wife, Esmeralda. And Esmeralda kind of nods and says, "Nice to meet you again." She goes back around the board. So.
Please.
All right. So, shall we get these horses set up and on our way?
Yeah, I think so.
We could also see what supplies are available here. It seems to be a fairly sizable trading post.
That's not, yeah.
Okay.
Seems like a lot of caravans are coming around here, so they may have stuff for us.
Yeah, it's might even be cheaper here than it would be in Baldur's Gate.
And then we need to figure out where exactly we're going.
Yeah, one of my cousins, right next door is the general store. He runs that. I let him. He gets a fair amount of things in because we've got merchants coming back and forth and trading. So, I'm not saying that we have an extensive supply of things, but it's a good amount that he got there, and he makes a good business.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Do you think that he has health potions?
Health potions, of course.
Okay.
You may also want to get some more arrows, Bjorn.
I need magical arrows.
Yeah. Well, you can ask.
Yeah. I'm not there. I'm not to tell you. I can't tell you that because I'm not there.
All right. So,
Nem, is that guard around? Caravan guard?
It looks like they're getting ready to move out this morning, but he's still around for a little bit. Sure.
All right. We can keep going. I'm going to send you a quick whisper. It shouldn't affect anything game-wise.
So what do you guys... Basically, you could buy pretty much any mundane items that you want. They do have magical potions. Magical weapons and stuff like that, they don't really have in stock because they don't have any real reason to buy them. And resell them because it's just not what most people are looking for here. So they do keep the potions and stuff in stock because people need those no matter what. So,
All right.
and as far as the prices, whatever they are in the player's handbook or whatever, they're sold here for base price. So,
is there any chance we can sell off stuff here as well?
Yeah, I'd like to trade if we could.
Yeah, we have those armors.
I will say you guys have after the cart and the horses and everything else, you still have 100 gold pieces of credit too. So
yeah, okay. Knowing that we're finally in a place where we can sell some stuff, after this game, I will convert all of our stuff to just straight up gold pieces because we've acquired a lot of stuff on that last leg of the Princes of the Apocalypse.
I'll be back. Just give me 1 sec.
Yeah. It makes up for all the stuff that we lost in the bag of holding.
We did a pretty good job of recouping, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Are there any things that we could trade now for some health potions?
The armors.
I mean, well,
The armors. Yeah.
we got.
Nem,
I mean,
Nem just said we had 100 gold worth of credit in this store.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
now, yeah, just to let you, Bjorn, I'm just looking at just 2 items. We've got a ruby encrusted dagger alone that's worth 1,000 gold pieces. We're good for anything we want to buy here.
Yeah.
As far as gold on hand, I will say that they're not going to want to give you all of the money they have on hand. But as far as trading, his cousin, whose name is I don't know, I'll make up a name in a minute. He could trade up to 2,500 gold worth of stuff for coin. So
Okay, but that's fine. Like I can save all this stuff till we get to a proper town like Baldur's Gate or something. But like,
yeah,
we've really got all the gold we need. I just haven't done a big tally on it in a while.
Yeah.
And they're going to be.
We're not going to buy a whole lot right now, anyway.
Like that gargoyle mask is good because merchants will come through and a merchant will pick that up and resell it somewhere and stuff like that. Stuff that I'll let you guys decide unless you want to have a specific question. Stuff like that they can resell, they'll definitely take. It's going to be something that's more exotic or really weird. It's like a sacrificial dagger. It's like, okay, well, I don't know if we're going to buy a sacrificial dagger.
Okay. Again, I would like to buy health potions, and I would like to trade them. I would like to trade one of our items for it.
Well, you still have, like I said, you still have 100 gold pieces of credit. So
will that buy up the health potions you have?
I don't know. What's the standard?
Standard health potion is 50 gold pieces for a standard.
So that's 2.
They've got a whole case of health potions. It's a regular thing that comes down. They've got 50 potions here. They only stock potions of minor healing though. So
I see.
Because the other ones would be way too expensive. So.
And how much?
How many ones? How many health potions do you want? Like, how much is in a case? Because I'm very sure we can afford it.
Well, yeah, but we don't really want to buy them all out. Not to be.
We don't need 50.
Not to be too altruistic, but other people come through here.
Yeah.
So they've got 50 potions of healing. So just normal healing, which is 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. I understand that the rest of you may not put a lot of high value on health potions, but the tank in the group does.
Yeah.
That's not it. I flat out said, how many do you want? We can cover it. You decide how many.
Seriously want to buy them all up. And
I'm just saying we don't necessarily need 50. If you need 10 or 20, that's a different question.
Right, that's fine. I'm sure he wasn't going to ask for 50. So let's
okay.
So
how about I will buy as many as you guys will allow me to buy.
Nuts.
And Dilbit will say, if you want to buy all 50, or Dilbit's cousin, which I still haven't made up a name for him yet, he said, don't worry about buying them all because, like I said, we have regular customers who come through here who will resupply us. That one is not a thing. I mean, you wouldn't believe how many times that people come through here needing potions. Guards need potions. Merchants need potions. Some of the farmers need potions out here. Hell, shit farmers need potions sometimes. So they come and buy them, Now I sell them at a discount for the shit farmers. They owe me because they don't have 50 gold pieces to rub together. But
well, let me ask you this: do we have? Are they going? How much are greater health potions?
They don't have them.
Standard.
I understand they don't have them. That's why I'm wondering if maybe I should, if you guys want, and it might be more prudent even if I buy a few of these minor healing ones and buy maybe some greater healing ones in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, let's try that then.
Yeah, just enough to get us there. Sure.
Okay.
How about 10?
That's fine.
like superior healing potion is 500 gold, greater healing is 100 gold, and then supreme healing is almost 1350 gold pieces,
Oh, jeez.
which is a buttload of money.
Yeah, it goes up fast.
Yeah.
And if you hear banging in the background, it's because my beautiful and talented wife is aiding me and bringing the internet back here, so I don't have to rely on Wi-Fi. So,
Is she beating it into submission?
no, she's putting up a new line back from our router.
All right.
Hail, Nicole.
Yes.
Hail, Nicole!
You are all able to get horses, a wagon,
Pick us.
and he suggests, he's like, I was listening to your tales of your adventures, and this is completely up to you, but I learned this from some Dwarven dungeon delvers that came through a while ago, and I've got a couple of their kind of ponies back there. They actually have ponies that go deep underground that are attuned to that type of thing that can carry supplies and things.
Oh,
That's a good
sounds
idea.
good. Yeah, I like that.
It's like, well, you've got enough credit left over for a couple of them ponies if you want to. So,
I got to tell you, the old prison wallet's getting kind of full.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Well, if you would wear some pants, you would have pockets.
I was going to give you some fudge to pack in there, but maybe we shouldn't do that. So. But we don't kink shame here at the Green Dragon. So,
All right.
all right. So you are all outfitted by mid-afternoon. Many of the merchants who were here last night have gone on their way, traveling either northeast or southeast or northwest along the tradeway. And as the sun is beginning to get low, other caravans are starting to come in and pull into to the inn to rest and replenish and spend the night. It's completely up to you. It's mid-afternoon. You could start off now for wherever you intend to go, or you could stay another night here and leave in the morning.
Question.
Yes.
Could we make the trip from where we are to Baldur's Gate in a day?
No.
No.
Well, then I say we might as well go.
Even with the carts and the horses, you are going to be traveling for it. I mean, you're not going to go significantly faster with the cart and everything, especially since there's no roads. So you are probably still going to be traveling a 10-day to get to Baldur's Gate. So,
Well, then I say we're no better off waiting.
What was the innkeeper's name? Jim something?
Dilbit.
Just Gilbert.
Dilbit. It just keeps going right out of my head, dude. I'm sorry. Dilbit, is it smartest from here, if we're going to Baldur's Gate, to head south and then follow the river so that we have a good sense of direction? Or do people generally just cross overland through the fields of the dead?
Well, it's interesting you should say that. The best way to get to Baldur's Gate from here, and probably the safest way, because you're along the tradeway here and about 50 miles away from the tradeway, it's all nice and settled. And my cousin Jethro lives right on the edge of the settled areas. The rest of the fields of the dead are pretty crazy and pretty wild going in. The best way to go is if you follow the tradeway southeast. You go through Triel till you get to Scornable, which is on the river. And then you take a ferry, and you can put all your stuff on the ferry, your cart and everything on the ferry, down the river, and that'll take you into Baldur's Gate. And that goes right past, well, what was Elturel. It's not there anymore. And Fort Morning Lord, which is weird because Fort Morning Lord disappeared right around the same time Elturel did. That was a really strange thing. A whole fort of paladins gone. It's the strangest thing I've ever heard of.
Okay, so not all bad.
Interesting. Not so sure.
Serious. Bitten in the eye of all authority wherever you go.
So that would be my recommendation. And the trailway is paved. It's patrolled to a certain extent. It's safe. Trio is about, it's if you left in the morning, you would get there late afternoon. It's a good journey that way, so you can get there on the road. And then Trio to Scornable is another day, and then it's going to take you a while to go down the river, but it's a nice journey. It's not bad.
The river sounds like the best passage to me.
I mean, that works for me.
Okay.
Agreed.
Is it safe to say that the ferry used to stop at El Terrell?
Oh yeah, definitely. In fact, that's one of the weird things is that the docks are still there. It's the strangest thing. The docks and everything. It's a perfect circle around the city. Just gone. It's a pit where it used to be. People actually stop there. It's like a tourist attraction now.
All right, so we totally stopped there for a metal concert.
Yeah.
Is there anyone here that you know that's been down there that could describe to us this sigil that I'm told is there now?
I'm sure all of the ferry, the ferry workers, the barges that you're going to hire, they've all been by there. I'm sure they've seen it. So I can't tell you for sure, but it wouldn't surprise me.
All right.
Cool. That sounds interesting.
So I
Let's do this.
guess we are staying the night and going in the morning, according to the recommendation anyway.
I think it's a moral imperative that we stay another night and have dinner.
We must
And
get
you should
revenge
have-
on Jerry Hathaway. It's a moral imperative.
I love it.
And you should have some drinks, Bjorn.
Hey, that's good. That will give me time to do something. Bjorn, if I could, the jug back, but also if you would hand me your bow.
You want my jug?
Well, technically it's my jug. I gave it to you, but I need it back because I want to make a new gift, and I have to get rid of old gift to make new gift.
Okay, we're staying the night, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go ahead and pound whatever's left in the jug.
All right, he is going to be out all night. That's 4 gallons.
And it's a few minutes early, but I'm going to go get some tea.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Over the long rest period, when I will take part of my long rest to change my infusion, so I get rid of the alchemy jug, and I'm going to do something very special with your bow, Bjorn.
Bjorn still cries a little bit with the alchemy jug. As you do that, one tear goes down his cheek.
I'm hoping the new gift will make up for it. I know how much you were treasuring it while we've been traveling.
So the rest of the next night or the next that evening and that night pretty much goes the same. You have a great rest. You do whatever you need to do. You have good food, good wine, good drink, good song. And it's a welcome change from what you have been through. So the Green Dragon has become one of your favorite places in the world. So
Damn straight.
and the morning dawns, and you can go on your way towards Trio, if that's what you choose to do.
Okay. Cirrus, do you want to do anything here before we go?
I think he's off for tea. So
Doesn't he have a headset or something?
no,
No, whenever he walks away.
I think he's good though. So
So
Okay.
here's what's happening here, Bjorn. Whodunit comes down and he's waiting for you, and he's got his bow sitting on the table next to him as he's waiting on the breakfast to be served.
Well, I don't know what to say to that. You took my bow. I see it there in the morning. I pick it up.
All right, now let me tell you, I've made improvements upon your bow.
Really?
See, like, look here, and as you look at the bow, you see that a number of runic sigils have been carved in, and on the bowstring itself, wrapped in small bits of leather, are tufts of rabbit fur, almost like if you have a compound bow, you've got the silencers on the string.
Yeah.
So they're like that. And one mark right along where you would sight knock your arrow is the symbol of a rabbit has been carved in and stained with some sort of a dye or paint. All right, now we all know you work best in close, is where you get all your advantages.
Right.
And so often you have to fight far away and the bow, and you've only got so many of these magical arrows left. So I do something really neat for you, something I've been thinking about. I have placed enchantment on this bow. This bow now I will call repeating shot. So the bow now has +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with, and it's used to make a ranged, and it ignores loading property. So now bow is magic. So if the bow has no ammunition, if you have no arrows at all, it will make its own arrow when you pull string. But here's what's really cool. You put in one of those magic arrows, boom. Magic arrow comes back next time you pull string.
No shit.
So basically, I'm just giving you a +1 bow that you can put your +1 arrows in to get a +2 on your 2 hit and damage rolls.
Wow.
And you can never run out of, unless somebody takes all your magic arrows, you're just never going to run out of that magic arrow anymore.
Nice. Very nice. Thank you, sir.
I hope this makes up for taking away your drinky jug.
It does, and honestly, I got a fair amount of drinking done while we were here, and we're on our way to a big city where I plan on doing some more. So should be okay.
I just noticed you always look a bit sad when you can't run up and hit something in face with X. You're like, oh, boy, you're reliable, but you're not the greatest thing ever.
That will help out a lot, my friend. Thank you.
Okay.
So I guess I'm the only one, as I recall, that can drive a cart. So I shall.
I believe so.
I shall drive the cart.
I mean, I drove cart once. It wasn't the worst thing ever. I think I almost wrecked us.
I don't want to go on the cart.
Okay.
So I just had to check. I wanted to make sure, like, that wasn't just because, like, typically when people do the repeating shot, putting it on a crossbow, but it says like any ranged weapon. So boom shakalaka. You've just basically become that kid from the Dungeons and Dragons card game.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You have been outfitted with enough horses and ponies that all of you have horses to ride if you don't want to ride in the cart or drive the cart. You have the cart being pulled by 2 work horses or draft horses itself. You have Mr. Hump along with you as well. And you are a whole little caravan under yourself, setting off for Trio. As you're getting ready to set up, Drew comes out and holds out his hands. He's like, Master, I hope this is not the last time I see you again.
No, not if we can help it.
And I am curious.
Oh,
Does Mr. Hump do the Humpty Hump?
Yes, he does.
Well, if you stop what you're doing, he's about to ruin the image in the South that you're used to. He gets funny. But he's making money. See the old world. Hope you're ready for me. I get down. I'm the only fool in town. My son's laid down by the underground.
Do the Humpty Hump. Oh, yeah. Do the Humpty Hump.
Yeah, Drew, it's very fine making your acquaintance. Now I feel like I truly know all of Phandalin Five.
We got to wait for Sirius because Sirius has to say goodbye to Drew. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just going to say, yeah, I'm just glad that that you're alive, that you're safe, that you're not languishing in a prison, and that you're somewhere where you're safe and happy.
As you're packing up everything and talking to the other caravans, it's not real well known. I mean, because El Terrell itself is about 50 miles away, and it's over a hill and stuff, so people don't pay much attention to it up this way. But El Terrell is actually a fairly large city, you come to find out, and was actually a city of faith, a city devoted to Helm, Tyr, Lathander, and other various good aligned gods. And it was considered a pilgrimage site and a holy site. And it's been in conflict with Baldur's Gate for centuries, hence the Fields of the Dead.
Cirrus's favorite type of people.
Well, kind of caught there because he's not overly fond of Baldur's Gate either.
Yeah.
And as you guys are getting ready to leave that morning, Droop came out, Greg, and he's like, Master, I hope this is not the last time I see you.
Probably not.
Sierra's big softy there. So
Hey, I'm just glad to see that you're living your best life. You're happy. You've made it on your own. That's all we wanted for you.
I've only just begun, Master. And then the carpenters start to sing.
1408.
Yes.
Not the carpenters.
We'll save room 1408 for you when you come back. We hope you enjoyed your stay at Green Dragon, also known as the Dolphin. So,
Yeah. And I'm guessing the innkeeper looks like Samuel L. Jackson.
yes.
Yeah,
And-
it's definitely a fucking room.
He even,
We are now adding people to our list of people that we need to beat their ass. Those who confused the green dragon with the dolphin.
he even offered the group brandy as a bribe not to stay in 1408. So there it is.
And Bjorn accepted.
Yes, you did. Because Bjorn is smart. All right. So you travel.
Cirrus, before we go, Cirrus will give Drew the non-magical silver dagger he found a few weeks ago.
Thank you, Master.
Hey, you're welcome, bud. I don't think you need it, but keep it as a souvenir. You kick ass pretty well without it.
Bjorn shows him the proper places to stab someone.
Well, you sure showed him the
Uh-oh.
Oh, we lost our rabbit.
The witness hat.
I'll wait for Jeff to get back.
All right.
He went in ring. We'll come back soon. Do not disturb.
Oh. Is that him?
No?
No.
No, that was just me turning off my camera.
Okay. I will wait one more moment and then I'll go ahead and
His iPad ran out of power, so
Okay. So you guys mosey on into Triel without anything happening. It's a fairly boring journey, which is very different for you. You're looking around, still farms. You see the occasional patrol going up, and they look bored as well, going up and down the road. They look bored. And as you pull into Triel is a village only moderately larger than the trading post and inn that you just stayed at itself, though it has several outlying farmer homes, and there is a small inn here, a very small inn. What is strange is that there is a tower here in the middle of Triel.
In the middle of it?
Mm-hmm.
That's must be a religious center of some sort then.
I don't know. There's just
I'm curious. I want to approach the tower.
I think Trail was part of Eltergard at one point.
Rapunzel.
as you approach the tower, there is a front door with a knocker on it, and there is a sign on the door that says The
You
sage.
couldn't even say it, could you, Nim?
No, I couldn't. I was going to say it. Sage available by appointment only.
By appointment only. Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
does anyone want a
That-
sage?
Guy wanders by. He's like, "Oh, you want to see Sage Banner, huh? Yeah, he hasn't taken any appointments in months.
Is he dead?
No, he shows up to eat at the inn. He's just grumpy and crotchety.
Is that because he's been experimenting with gamma energy?
Nah, Sage Banner is not into all that. I never even heard him say smash before.
Okay.
Well, maybe that. Well, if he doesn't smash, maybe that's why he's grumpy.
Yeah, it might be.
Right?
Yeah, and you wouldn't like
I
him
know
when
the
he's
feeling.
angry.
I know the feeling. Sometimes you just got to break some stuff.
Yeah, Orn Beldinar. That's the name of the sage up there. He's the pride of the community, even though he doesn't really do much anymore. Go ahead and give me a for you those knowledge history. Give me a check.
Yeah, I'm not going to know any Faerun history.
I'm not too bad at it. Let me guidance that because I could probably make that higher.
Okay.
22.
Both Cirrus and Aletheia recognize him immediately as someone who has written several titles, which have spread even as far south as Cormyr, or far to the east of Cormyr, based on different works for the Forgotten Realms. So he's written such stuff as Musings on the Realms, Quotations of the Realms. He wrote a rather scandalous piece called Ilminster, Hindrance or Help. Got him in trouble, but got him sued in the city of Waterdeep, but he was able to settle it. So he is a rather famous author in the realms.
We have a book like this in this place called The Sword Coast.
Are his books typically older history or current stuff?
Mostly older history, though he has written some current stuff, but it didn't sell very well. So,
I'm curious what he's
Seriously,
written
gonna
about
knock on the
Elturel.
door. Yeah.
I didn't hear what either one of you said when that.
I'm curious as to whether he's written anything about Elturel.
Yes, Cirrus is using the knocker.
Okay. I'm
nice.
not surprised.
Knocker, this guy.
And Bjorn's running around carrying jugs, so I don't king shake.
Thank you.
That's
Anybody get the Young Frankenstein reference
Yes.
there?
Got
Oh,
the
yeah.
Frankenstein reference, but
Put
I think you though.
candle back. So
Cirrus would just look around for no reason and say, Druka.
sweet
Just
Mary, last night. No. If somebody starts singing that, we're going off the air. So that's all I'm going to say. All right. You bang on the knocker. How long do you bang on it for? You gonna bang on your drum all day, or
I would,
Well, have I been drinking?
I'm going to bang the knocker 7 times and then wait.
Knock
no?
7 times on the door if you want me.
No one comes down.
I'm going to open the door.
The door's locked.
Now I'm just in.
you don't know who you're talking to.
Is the door trapped?
And I know you were going to do that.
It looks clear.
Oh my god.
You defeat this rather pedestrian lock easily, laughing to yourself, silly rabbit. Locks are for kids. So
He left it
We
open.
just- They just got done telling us about how sacred this tower is, and we're like, okay, well, let's go break into it.
it's not sacred. He's just a hidden treasure. So
I will open the door.
All right, you open the door. It's the first floor here. It's circular, or actually it's square. There is a staircase going up, and it looks like this is a waiting room of sorts.
I gotta step away for a second, guys, but I will be able to hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Sirius will cup one hand to his mouth. Knock, knock.
Ah, for the love of God, you broke into my house.
Who done it's there? I just had to do that.
Boy, can't get anything past you. No wonder the town prizes you and Sage.
Oh my God.
Just 1 second.
This guy's.
I don't ever want to hear crap about taunting the red dragon again. That's all I'm saying.
You only make one chance to make a good impression.
Can we all give a shout out to my wife who ran the cord and is now plugged in, and I'm wired now and not having problems anymore. So shout out.
Oh yes, we give a second. Hey on Nicole.
You're a hero, my love. Thank you.
Yes.
So the sage is like, I'm not taking any visitors, no appointments, no solicitations, and no, I don't want whatever you're selling either. Go away and lock the door behind you.
I have an appointment.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
That's right.
Son, you're a bad liar, even though you're good at picking locks. And I know who you are, Cirrus.
Of course he does.
Okay. Then you really should have known that a locked door wouldn't keep me outside.
No, but I hope common propriety would have kept you outside. You broke into my damn home.
I didn't break anything. I will happily lock the door behind me when I leave. What happened to El Toro?
You're not going to trick me that easy. Get out. Make an appointment.
Wait. What do you mean trick you?
I know what you're doing. You're trying to get a free appointment by riling me up.
I have a question.
Just like your father.
How do we go about making an appointment?
You contact my agent in Waterdeep, or he kind of pauses whether he wants to say it for a moment. You write your name in the appointment book by the door.
Seriously, trying to write his name in the appointment book by the door.
Yes.
The book opens and a magical quill opens up and it speaks to you. Welcome to the office of the great Sage Banner. If you wish to make an appointment, say yes now.
Yes, and thank you, Bjorn.
If you need to be in Waterhaven, say yes now. If you need to speak in Kalimshan, speak yes now. Say 2. If you need us to speak in speak 3. If you need us to speak in Zent, speak 4.
I'll look to the stage and say, I'm going to stab this book if we can't have a conversation now.
We don't recognize that response. If you need this to be a common, say 2 now. If you need this to be in Thieves' Can, fuck off and leave.
Agent.
Agent. Sears is going to snap his fingers.
Oh, we're gonna get
to light a small flame.
Do you say agent? Actually,
No.
Yes.
No, I was just kidding.
no. Please say agent. Sears said agent.
Sears said agent, and he also snapped his fingers and caused a small flame to appear with prestidigitation, which he then is now holding near the book.
We're gonna get so canceled. Yes, this is the agent for the Great Sage Banner here in Waterdeep. How can I help you?
I have an appointment, right?
No, you do not have an appointment, but I can help you with making an appointment. I think the nearest appointment we have is for, 1 year from now.
Sage, would you like to correct your agent?
I said put your name in the book.
Sage is
Sears is
the elders of the church.
write his name in the book and ignore everything else being said.
What was that, Jen?
I was like, sages are so much ruder than the elders of the church.
I heard that.
She wasn't trying to hide it.
When you try and grab the pin definitely moves away from you.
It is mightier than the sword.
If you proceed to put your hands on my body, I will be filing a sexual harassment complaint with the city of Waterdeep and city of Baldur's Gate.
I open up my bag and get an ink and a pen and hand it to Sirius. Inkwell and pen and hand it to Sirius.
Okay. Do you put your name in the book, Sirius?
I put Bjorn's name in the book.
Okay. There's actually an opening for tomorrow morning, and you put your name in the book, and the quill actually, you don't know how it happens, but the animated quill actually looks indignant and goes, well, I never, and then puts itself huffily back on the table. So, and there's a booming voice in the tavern or in the tower that says, "You have an appointment for 9 bells in the morning." And you hear up above, "Shit!"
We can end this now.
No, I have an appointment in the morning. I got to get ready.
It's not that he's lazy; he just doesn't care.
All right, I tell you what. This is your waiting room, right?
Yes.
I'll be waiting.
Do whatever you want. There's no bathrooms, though. The porta potty's outside.
There are corners.
All right. Well, I'll just call one of those shit farmers to come get. I'll probably make some money.
Now, this is the peak Sirius I love.
And sure enough, it's up to the rest of you if you want to wait there or you could go stay at the end. So
I'm gonna stay at the end.
Yeah, we're going. I'm heading at the end.
does Sirius
After all, there might be alcohol there.
does
I
Sirius
will stay with Sirius. If he's going to stay there all night, I will accompany him.
I'm gonna keep Bjorn out of trouble.
I am pulling a pillow and a bedroll and a blanket and a small end table and a candle and all this out of my hat and just like setting up basically like a tiny little room for myself with all the comforts of home.
Well,
So
aren't you, Little Miss Fancy Pants?
Bjorn and Eleuthera pass a rather nice night in a very small inn, but it's quiet.
As it hits 11 bells at night, Sirius will start playing his lute.
And Bjorn says, "Quit ringing the fucking bell. It's 11 o'clock."
All right. You hear it from up above. It's like, Vox Silentia. And you see a wall come down across, and it's like almost like it's deafening the sound. So,
Aw, he was going to miss me singing devotions loudly.
You just like walk up and
you have
Wait a
met-
minute. You said a wall?
Yeah, it's like a wall that goes like from the first floor to the second floor, so you can't hear anything above the first floor. So you can't hear what's going on above.
is he really so sure about that? Like,
I don't know.
Bjorn,
know-
let me borrow one of your numerous heavy weapons. Or did Bjorn get a thing? I just started tapping on the wall. Ting, 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 ting. Sound travels good through stone. Ting, 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 ting.
After a while, you see an old man with a super long beard that's tucked into his boots, actually, come huffing down the hall. He's wearing a nightcap, the beard, which is covering his privates, and nothing else. And
Damn.
and he goes marching right past you, bare-assing it, and goes into the inn where Luthra and Bjorn, if they're still up, see this guy come in.
Yeah.
And he says, "I'll have my usual room." And he stomps up there. And just like,
I just kind of raise my eyebrow with interest at all
I
this.
salute him for shirt cocking.
Mhm.
Shirt cocking. never heard that phrase before. But I instantly
So you
know
two have something in common, Bjorn.
It's from Deadpool.
Yes.
okay.
Oh my
Deadpool
God.
2, actually.
You know what vision I had in my head? Have you ever seen The Sword in the Stone, the cartoon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Merlin. It's Merlin with no robe.
No, to
All
Bermuda.
right, there we go.
All right. What do you got? What do y'all who are in the waiting room do now? Since you've driven the bard or the sage right out of his tower. So.
I'm going to
What
take a
time-
nap. You guys want to take turns?
Sure.
You finally get him down the stairs, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna take a nap.
Yep. Yeah, there's
This
no
is his waiting room.
anymore.
I'm waiting.
The latest book to hit the Sword Coast: How to Win Friends and Influence People by Cirrus. So. All right.
Colonial by Renwick.
The next morning dawns, and Sir Barass comes back in and says about 7:30 and says, "I'll be ready for you at 9 sharp."
Of course. Would you like us? I can provide breakfast if you'd like.
I just prefer that you go eat breakfast on your own. I already ate. He's like, let me get my stuff together. I have an idea of what you probably want to talk about anyway. Not that I know much about it. You're such a menace. I'm in the middle of writing a book.
I'm doing you a favor.
Oh, I'm sure you are. You'll be doing me a favor when you pay my fee, too. So the hour and a half passes. Do you all reassemble in the waiting room, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
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 I have no idea what you want to talk to him about. So, what do you say you go to the meeting in my stead?
Bjorn, are you gonna stay back and do some day drinking?
Just don't do too much drinking, okay?
No, I'm still hungover from drinking the night before.
All right.
It's 9 o'clock. I have not gotten over my hangover yet, and I'm like, I do not want to go have a conversation with some old grumpy mage up in a tower.
If I had been there, I would have helped you with that.
By the way, if you keep drinking from that dwarven brandy, let me know. So that's all I'm going to say.
I will not.
Well, he probably took a shot.
Go ahead and give me a Constitution check.
Okay.
Just one.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't the kind of thing that you need to chug.
I'm gonna give you some guidance because I don't want you getting too messed up.
23.
Okay, I guess you don't need it.
You get through that one just fine, though it sits there in your belly. So
That's right. That's right. Building up that tolerance again.
So the best way to prevent a hangover is to just stay buzzed continuously.
mhm.
I promised Eleuthia I wouldn't do that.
Every time you take a shot of that stuff, you let me know, okay? So
Okay.
I love it.
just because it looks clear.
At least it isn't like that rancid 500 or 5,000-year-old brandy or whatever it was.
Oh man.
At 9 a.m., there is a gong, and the pin that was on the table gets up, and amazingly, the pin is wearing a cloak. It's the weirdest damn thing you've ever seen in your life. And it nods to you and says, "The master will see you now. Please follow me."
Walk this way.
Yes.
Walk
Talk
this way.
this way.
Walk this way.
Yep. Steve was on that too.
Point of inspiration for the Mel Brooks reference there. So good one.
Oh, that one too.
All right. It takes you up to the second floor where the sage is in his best looking robes and he's wearing some very silly hat with symbols, what's supposed to be mystical symbols on it. And it's a bunch of bullshit gibberish. And he ushers you in to faded, dusty, although he tried to dust them, he was unsuccessful, chairs. But they're still very richly apportioned and furnished. And there's a table in front of him with books and papers and such. And he sits in a very high backed and fancy chair himself. He's like, please sit down. I suppose we're going to have to do this. You already know who I am, and I know who you are. So go ahead and ask your question. I'll let you know that my fee just for consultancy is 100 gold pieces.
Well, I would like to ask you if you are aware of your car's warranty.
Yes, I am, as a matter of fact, and I've got Geico, so take that. You don't
Praise
really know what
Avis.
I'm talking about, but it sounds mysterious and very disturbing, and somehow you have a picture of a gecko in your mind all of a sudden. So,
Yeah, the gecko is passe. I was thinking of Neanderthals.
yes. Well, it's like, and he looks at you.
Does he not? Does he have nothing to say about Cirrus being the one up there instead of me?
No,
Sears is
good.
going to establish a psychic link for those in the party who are here and say, are we paying this jackass 100 gold pieces?
I don't even know what you want to talk to him about.
You're not even here.
I'll also let
He
you know.
he just did a psychic link.
To
My
those that were in the room with him.
Yeah,
Oh.
so those are the room.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. Sorry.
Yeah.
My research fees are 5 gold pieces a day, plus 10% of the total outlay of daily costs at the end of research.
No.
Yes.
We'll pay you 10 gold pieces for a short session and then we're out of here.
Afraid it doesn't work that way. If you want a session, it's 100 gold pieces to sit with me. Doesn't matter if you sit with me for an hour, 5 hours, 6 hours, or 2 seconds. You put your ass in the chair, Sonny, it's 100 gold pieces.
10 weeks later, he's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I just want you to realize what you just said, Sir Sage. If I pay you 100 gold pieces now, I can remain by your side for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Join his
Still
lip.
not getting out of the research costs and everything, but you could.
You'll never sleep again.
However, I'll let you know that this is my consultancy room. So the consulting fee pertains to you staying in here with me. If I go somewhere else, that is an after hours visit, which is more expensive and is charged daily.
Oh, that's fine. Then we just make sure you don't leave a room. We all stay here together, one big happy family.
Don't try and threaten me, son. But nice play.
I try to take up as much room as possible in the room.
Will you like hold your breath or something?
Oh,
Besides,
You know,
All right.
Rob closer to him so that he realizes that there's quite a large company in the room.
Oh, okay.
Want me to go
okay.
Bjorn's? Get Bjorn so we can take up even more space?
it threatened me with pure annoyance. We have already proven to be pains in asses.
Kelvin said you were a bunch of pains in the ass.
He was not
Who
wrong.
did?
Kelvin.
The black staff.
We don't have any air for you.
He was talking to some. What was that guy's name again? Renwick?
Why does everyone make friends with this thing?
I do not know.
Kelvin grew up with him.
He's a powerful lich.
Well, he's dead now, but he still likes to walk around and do
Yeah.
things, which is not how it is done.
I've been dead a time or two. Don't knock it till you try it. Anyway, are we going to sit here and kibitz about the afterlife all day? Or are you going to ask some questions? Are you going to sit down and pay the fee?
Yes and no in that order.
Well, I'm telling you, if you sit down and ask the questions, you are going to pay.
What happened to El Toro?
I'm a little hard of hearing now. I think I need you to sit down and say that.
Well played.
I will. Cirrus will get 6 inches from his face. What happened to El Toro?
Sonny, still can't hear you.
Sirius been picking up some Bjorn tricks and shit.
So let me understand. Someone makes an appointment. Said person sits down, asks questions, and in doing so owes you a fee. Right?
That is basic, yes.
Oh, look,
And
you have,
what if someone makes an appointment and just doesn't show?
If they don't show up,
Yeah.
then I have a free time.
Okay.
Excellent.
Cirrus
You
will
have
sit
free
down.
time because Bjorn isn't here.
Everyone hears psychically. Shh. Quiet. Please. He hasn't caught on. What happened to El Toro?
Can't hear you.
Cirrus sat down.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, I see you have accepted the contract. Very good. Very good. Elturel. That's an interesting subject. I was in the middle of researching that when you came in yesterday.
None of that is an answer to my question.
Well, what do you want an answer to? Quite simply, the easiest answer to your question, son, is that Elturel disappeared. It's gone. Off the planet.
Nothing disappears. Who took
Elturel.
it?
Well, there's conjecture on that one. Although I wouldn't be surprised if it has something to do with what happened at a certain other place that you haven't mentioned yet. Could I give you this information for free? Why not? You've been so nice and charming in my here in my consultancy room. I might talk to the paladins who still camp out around Fort Morning Lord. But it might be interesting to know why when the Lord Raven Guard of Baldur's Gate shows up to negotiate a peace with the city of Elturel for the first time in centuries, that not only does the whole city disappear, but guess what? The Lord Duke of Baldur's Gate, first among peers, is gone as well.
That guy's always getting into trouble.
And where is this Fort Morningwood?
Morningwood.
Oh, Lord. Do you not have maps where you come from, you hick? All right. If you sail down the river from Scornable, first you'll come to what was left of Elturel, and then about another 20 miles down the river is Fort Morning Lord, complete with blackened bricks, a big no-go sign on it, black steam coming off of it, the whole thing. A whole fortress devoted to Paladin, now corrupted, and the other Paladins that didn't flee to Baldur's Gate camped outside of it, about 10 miles away, I should add, shitting their pants, scared of it. That's what I think of Paladins, by the way. No offense.
Did you say
None
corrupted?
taken.
Yeah, I believe I did say corrupted.
How is it corrupted?
I don't know. I'm not going there. Do I look like that kind of adventurer? I just tell you the information I gathered and the research I did. All I know is it's got a whole group of paladins of Lathander scared shitless, and they've walled and taped the whole thing off metaphysically, not literally, and said no one is allowed to go in there forever, all time. Not for 5 minutes, not for 5 days, not for 10 days, forever. Stay away.
And what do you know of the sigil that's on the ground where El Toro stood?
Now, That's what I was researching when those idiots from Candlekeep came here 2 weeks ago, asked me about it.
Again, not an answer.
Oh, that is the answer you're going to get, because I don't know unless you want to engage me and pay me to do the same research I'm doing for them right now. And by the way, when I finish that research, it goes to them because they're the ones paying me.
Huh. And I thought that place was a library.
It is, which is why it's so interesting, because they had no damn idea what it was all about. Although, and I'm going to give you this one for free too, they're said to have some sort of artifact that has the same sigil on it, and they don't know when it got there, how long it's been there, or what it does. Now that's a mystery.
Interesting. Okay. Anyone else have any questions?
I'm good.
I would like to point out the shared universe just created by Nim between
Yeah.
this game and our side game.
I was gonna say, did you see any halflings?
He's like eating everything and everyone.
Everything, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was in here. That's why one of my chairs is missing, because the damn halfling ate it. With salt, I should add. It was tasty. I gotta give it to him. So
He's getting his daily fiber in.
That's
Yes.
right. Got
So-
any more questions?
any more questions? Anything else I can help you with?
I'm good.
Nope.
Well, 100 gold, please.
No.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom check.
I didn't have an appointment.
Oh, son. That trick's been tried before. I knew it was you when you signed. In fact, if you go down and look at the book, your appropriate true name is on there. So don't pull that with me.
You forged my signature?
No. The book just makes sure that the signature is legitimate.
I wasn't signing anything. I was writing a name.
You signed up for an appointment. Well enough. You owe me 100 gold. Of course, I could go take it out of your friend's ass, but I don't think that's really fair to him. Do you?
My friend, the man who had an appointment didn't show for it.
Well, you made the appointment, but if you're going to say it's his appointment, all right, then we could do that. Is that the way you want to play it?
You told me that someone who doesn't show for their appointment, you just have free time.
Don't try and play these logical games with me, son. I know what you're trying to do. You didn't get a free appointment. You can either take responsibility for the appointment you did make, or I could, by proxy, extend it to the poor schmuck that's over there getting over his hangover and bring him over here to pay for it, and you're free to go.
He would destroy your building.
Fine. And he snaps his fingers, and you feel something that you didn't realize was there lift off of you, and Bjorn reappears in a chair, and golden chains of magical energy wrap around him, going around his whole body and tying him down to the chair.
What the fuck? What the hell's going on? What did you do, Cirrus?
You owe me 100 gold pieces. He signed your name for an appointment and then said you didn't keep it, but you got answers anyway. So pay up and you're free to go. By the way, our consulted session went fairly well, as my consulting sessions usually go. Usually I've called somebody an effing a-hole by now, and I don't shorten it. I'm kind of found out that way.
I don't know if you noticed, but I only got the one pocket, and there aren't coins up there.
Well, you better borrow money or you're going to be here a while.
All right.
You know what? As amusing as this is, like it's time to stop playing the games, and I will pull out the 100.
No, I'll pay him. That's fine. Sorry,
Okay.
that's not what was crossing my mind. Here, I will also tell everyone that while you are good at keeping appointments, you are useless as a sage and completely a fraud.
You're welcome. And he takes the 100 gold pieces, and the chains go off of Bjorn. So
All right. I think we've wasted enough time here.
I think so.
Sirius is
And
making friends.
Cirrus, you're going to have some explaining to do.
If Sarah and Ray light your way and judge you accordingly.
Mm.
And may the blessings of Ogma be with you, young lady.
Well,
Alright.
may the bitching of Agra be at you.
Yes. You know, saging isn't easy, and I got to keep my sage hand strong. So there it is.
I guess I'm the only one here that watched the Dark Crystal. Y'all don't know who Agra is?
Yes, Ogma.
Been a
Sorry.
long.
It's been a long time. And nobody got saging ain't easy. You got to keep your sage hand strong. So.
No.
It's
All right.
not as cool as pimping, you know. Like if it rhymed a little bit better.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll have to scorn a bell, I guess.
So it's morning. You're going to take off for Scornable?
I'm
Yeah.
sending you a whisper real quick now. Sirius tells the others to go ahead and he'll join them momentarily.
All right.
He just
I
wants to
thought we
speak
were
with
on
the
our way
stage
to
and no, he's
Baldur's
not going to
Gate.
cause any more trouble.
He's not going to let this go. Yep.
Insight check. No. No, I don't do that.
So, are we heading towards Baldur's Gate here from here?
Yeah, we're going to Scornabel, which is where we're going to take the boat.
Okay.
You're going to get on the boat, and Gopher and the captain are all going to greet you, and this song's going to come on. It's called The Love Boat. Be making another run. All
I'm
right.
just glad we're off Fantasy Island.
Yes.
Hey, boss, the demi-plane. The demi-plane.
All right.
Hold on for just a second. Okay. So the next you leave, and it's another day's journey to Scornable. To your surprise, Scornable is a very large town full of trade caravans from all over the Sword Coast, trading inland. And it is full of a variety of different merchants and stores and pleasure houses and inns. It is a merchant caravan. You could almost call it like a giant mall that extends for miles in every direction.
Like a bazaar?
Yeah, there's no real people living here, except for the people who profit off of the trade caravans that come in and out. But there's so much traffic that goes in and out of Scornable that like a whole city of tents and makeshift houses and everything have popped up. So
You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
Nice place.
So you arrive late that evening. There are no shortage of inns and people trying to sell you stuff and people trying to sell you on a show or whatever. There's just, it is nonstop assault on the senses of all sorts.
You'll just hear psychically, watch your pockets and pouches.
Yeah, I'm being very cautious. And I have a hand on one of my daggers.
Go ahead and
If
give me a perception check.
Tries to pick Bjorn's wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you say perception check now?
Yeah.
$28? Is that what that
No,
is?
yeah, no,
Yep.
27 on both.
27. There you go.
Nice.
no sooner do you say that, Cirrus and Eleuthria, you notice that as a cart breaks down in front of you, the wheel popping off of it, and fruit and vegetables spilling out into the roadway, as a short man like grasps his head and shakes it back and forth, that a very small, lithe, and quick figure darts in, ducks his hand into Boja's purse, and then starts moving off stealthily the other direction.
Eldritch Blast.
Oh shit!
Holy
I was
shit!
just gonna follow him, but okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll for the Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Well, there's some of that drought.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
Yeah.
I think maybe being in the Ozark might have affected her.
Oh,
Damn.
I am the law.
19 points of damage.
Shit.
That's a short man in a
And I tell him
cloak
to stop right now.
off, and Eldritch Blast takes him right in the back and blows a hole out his chest, and he collapses to the ground dead.
Dude, you just murdered someone who was
I
probably
will go over and revivify them.
Okay, you bring him back. As he brings him back, several, I'm going to say, semi-valuable items that you had in your coin purse spill out of his hands. You see them on the ground there, and you revivify him. He comes back to life, looks back at you, and then takes off going, "The elephant killed me! The elephant killed me!"
What were you gonna say, Greg?
You're a thief.
Eleuthria, how many gods do you worship? You just murdered someone who was probably starving on the street.
If he was starving on the street, he should have just come up and asked us for money.
Jesus Christ!
You arrogant bitch.
Give me a wisdom check, Steve.
All right.
Meanwhile, I'm going to go, I killed him, but he's walking. Everyone will believe him.
Yeah. Yeah. Good for him. I didn't intend to kill him. 26.
You feel an overwhelming desire to go and lap up the blood that is on the ground, soaking into the dirt and straw.
Oh
Yeah.
damn!
Yeah.
Oh, this is getting.
I'm going to
bad.
resist that.
Yeah, you did resist it.
Okay.
Okay, good. Holy shit!
Is
I was
that
like, oh, that's not good. Eleuthria is just killing people, and she's like, oh, yeah, he looks pretty tasty. And we're like in the
Eleuthria,
middle of this town we've never been in before.
Well, this is
You're
why
not
I
all
said.
enemy
This is why I
warriors.
didn't want to go back to Phandalin.
They're not all enemy warriors. Some of them are just misguided kids.
All right. Well,
You notice that no
hopefully
one
they'll know now not to mess with us.
no one is within 30 feet of your group. You are in the middle of a large square, and everyone is backing away from you as they think a white elephant killed a guy, and they see a drow in your party now, along with a guy cold cocking it all over the place, a half elf that looks rather shady and dangerous, and then a cute little rabbit. So
Actually, I was waiting on the chance to say this. There's not a cute little rabbit. I'm actually amongst the crowd. I've used disguise self.
okay,
Just appear like a regular old commoner.
okay.
Because I'm like, okay, this is going to be a mess. I'm not with these people.
Yeah.
They might try to get him out of jail later.
I'm sorry, the drow, the murderous elephant, and the huge barbarian, and you described me as looking sinister.
Yes,
And they tried to rob us. That was not smart.
you're the shadiest looking one of the bunch, Sirius, and you should be proud of that.
He described you as sinister because you were the one that was left.
Or I described you as sinister because you lurk in films and tempt the youngest child to kill the full family.
Let's face it. Let's face it. When you've got the giant barbarian, the giant elephant, the drow, and this one like little elf dude, what has he done to earn the respect of all these like really powerful looking dudes?
Point of inspiration, sir, for that Dave Chappelle quote. Don't tell him what those white guys are doing to earn those black dudes' respect.
I'm so glad you picked up on
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you? After a few moments, you hear or actually you see the crowd parting first, and then you see several guards roaming up. But they're of different. They're wearing different uniforms. It doesn't look like an official city guard, but they roll in. They're all carrying halberds, and they lower them at you. It's like, halt in the name of. Who are they halting in the name of? I don't know. Just tell them to halt. Halt!
Yes.
Fuck off in the name of. Who in the name of? Oh, yeah. My blade.
Let's not get in a fight with the guards. If we need,
They
if we
just
don't
talk.
have to.
Oh, no,
I was
let's not
doing
get in a
nothing.
fight with the
I'm
guards.
standing here and these guys come up threatening me. I'm doing nothing.
Let's not get in a fight with the guards. Let's just get in a fight with the kids that are running away.
The guy decided that it was a good idea to rob us.
Was it actually a kid? Sirius keeps calling it a kid. Was it actually a kid now?
No, it wasn't a kid. It was a very small man.
Very small man. Okay. Yeah.
A little guy.
This little guy decided that he wanted to rob us.
You see,
And the proportionate response was to blow a hole in it. Got it.
I wasn't trying to kill him. I just got unlucky.
you see the strangest thing.
I
You see
critted
the
him.
guy. You see the guy who tried
for
to
your-
rob you.
The average cop 4 hit points, just so you know.
Okay.
You see
Okay.
the guy who tried to rob you walking behind a ridiculous-looking small man, as small as the guy who tried to rob you, who was wearing overly rich clothes to the point of looking ridiculous because they're covered with mud and stuff and walking around a place that has no streets or anything. And 2 young boys are carrying a table behind him, and they're wearing wigs that are not well.
Bringing the court to you?
And they put the table down, and another boy brings a chair and puts it down, and he sits down and he bangs on the table. He's like, "The merchant's court is in order. Who brings case?" The small man works up. "That elephant killed me."
And I look at it kind of like,
You idiot.
and I was like, by the light of Sarah and Ray, if I killed you, how are you walking and talking?
I don't know. And then
How can I be accused of death
I got that
when you're alive?
one gentleman comes up and he goes, "Your Honor, I saw the whole thing. That elephant is innocent." "Oh, come forward and give your testimony." "Yes, that elephant brought him back, but he had a hole in his chest because the drow shot some evil beam of light from her evil fingers and blasted a hole right through the poor guy. And he was just walking through the crowd. It was the damnedest thing I ever saw. We should probably get on our guard now. There's probably an invasion coming from the Underdark right this moment, and she's a scout." Does anyone
Really, you're doing that?
Okay.
I will
Serious
check.
will see. You're
He
an
was
idiot.
robbing my friend.
He was trying to rob the priest. But we are advanced scouts of an invasion from the Underdark, so you should all flee right now.
Oh my god.
He ignores all these things? Is there any evidence? Did anyone other than the accused and their friends see this man try and rob?
I
this-
raised my.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw it, and what this fellow over here says 100% accurate. These folks are in here. I mean, like, I looked over because, like, you don't often see them blackies here like that. You know, the blackie elves, and they coming into the town. I mean, I hear they're cave dwellers, right? So
We don't
yeah,
use those terms here. They're elves of color.
elves. I saw the EOC coming through, and that, you know, you're going to look at that because that's not something you see every day. So I went and I took me a look. I was like, whoo-wee, man, look at that. I ain't seen nothing like that since I was over at the shit farm, you know, a few miles, like back that way. Like, that's pretty good business. There's a guy over there.
The whole crowd starting to nod along with your story.
Yeah, but all right. Well, yeah, but you know, she's an elephant, and so I went from the EOC to the elephant. I was like, man, what a crazy bunch of people. And what did that little elf fella do to earn the respect of these very dangerous looking folks, and that guy's just all hair and a ding along. So there's that thing going on there. And I don't know why you would pick this group to pickpocket, but that fella right there, he decided like, hey, it looks like a good thing to me. I was like, oh man, is he making a mistake? And he's gonna pay for it. And sure enough, he did. Because I heard them dark elves, they got a bit of a temper, and man, sure did. She said, "Kaplow!" I think I heard "Would you why" or something, and boom, dude went down. But and you thought like, well, that's the end of that. He's all done. But no, then the elephant walked over there and said, "Get your ass back up. We got to have word with you." And you're she's clear. Oh, she's a cleric. And she's probably going to give him a lecture on like how his life needs some changing, and he needs to rethink his decisions and change his ways. And it's probably going to give him a pamphlet and tell him to come to church.
Very interesting testimony. Does anybody dispute the claim?
Nope.
Very well. He looks at the old man, sees that young man right there. First of all, young man, consider yourselves fortunate that the elephant helped you, because elephants never forget. And I am wise to know that. And everyone nods along again. Yes, yes.
Age of place, yeah.
As punishment.
I'm like ribbing some people's like, we got a good judicial system around here.
Yes, we do. We sure do. It's a hell of a lot better than what they do on the ship farms, where they make you shovel shit for a day. It's like, so the punishment will be, as decreed by me, Farquhar of the judicial system.
Oh no! Farquhar, yes.
No.
And he looks like Michael Eisner.
Yes. I decree.
Let's go.
That the accused, or no, the offended, those who have been robbed, or one of their friends, may smash the right or left hand and all the fingers on it of this thief. Meanwhile, because justice is blind and neutral and fair, for an unlicensed killing within the realm of our great city, Ladrow over there will be forced to pay a 5 silver piece fine. Justice is broken.
All right, I toss him the 5 silver piece. I have no problem with that.
Where does one acquire this license to kill?
I'm about to say, damn, murder's cheap here.
Yeah.
If you wish to get a license to kill, you must present evidence to the judicial system of why you need to carry out a judicial killing, and then pay the requisite fee, which is...
My schlong knows all. If it tells me to kill, it is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is all. And one of the boys comes back around and he blows the horn, and it's like makes a raspy farty sound as he blows it. They get up and he walks away, and everybody starts applauding.
All right.
I will step towards the man I revived, and I will look him straight in the eye. And say, by the benevolence of Faerun, you were brought back.
Mm-hmm.
I will forgo the smashing of your fingers as you were brought back from death this day. But keep in mind, she is the light that surrounds you, and she will always watch you from this point on. You have got her attention.
Everyone around you gasps, an elephant never forgets. Oh. And everyone, there's a moan, a groaning sound through the thing, like he's been cursed worse than getting his fingers smashed. Ooh.
I have harmed you enough for one day, and Saren Ray has decided to show you mercy, so I will as well.
One particularly evil-looking or rough-looking half-orc in the back goes, "Boo! I want to see finger smashing! Boo!"
Hey, somebody smash that half-orc's fingers. Make him happy.
No, not me. Smash his fingers over there. A couple other people are like, "Yeah, smash the fingers. We want to see smash the fingers." No, take him to Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
I started casually walking over there. I turned around. I was like, we all really want to see this guy pay, right?
Yeah, we want to see it.
And as I'm backing up, as soon as I get close enough, I whirl around and kick him right in the nuts.
Everybody grabs their groin and kind of bends over like out of a Naked Gun movie and go, "Oh!"
Are we satisfied? Because I know I am. Roll, Sam, roll, roll.
After that, I do thaumaturgy, and I'm like, Serenray decreed that his life was spared. Anyone else that touches him in my sight will gain his fate.
Ooh, the crowd starts breaking up. Everybody going about their business. So.
Yeah.
And they're all like holding their nuts just in case.
Oh, Lord.
You're all gonna Rochambeau each other.
By the way, please don't cancel us for Elves of Color. It was the joke at the moment, and it worked. So there it is.
All right, there you go.
It's like I work my way back around, and I come around from the opposite direction that my fake persona disappeared to, and I come back around like, hey, so what did I miss?
All right, I just got to tell you, I didn't have any of that planned. We made that up. Thank you all for playing along with that. That made my night.
I can't believe this was of all the times for me to crit that they added that. Right down.
That was.
I can't believe that you defended that crit by saying you just got lucky with it.
I'm just glad you did. I'm just glad you didn't use the Vorpal sword. So there's that.
No.
Yeah, no shit.
No. Well, it wouldn't have made sense. He was running away. So.
Oh God.
Yeah. She would not have been able to bring him back if I'd used the Vorpal.
You know, Scorn Your Bowl is now famous. Now I love this place.
Yeah. Yeah. It is an interesting place.
Oh, God. All right.
Let's get out of here before we get arrested for anything else.
They're going to start calling it Scrotum Bowl after this.
You're fine. Justice has spoken. Lord Farquhar is coming.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
And he does like pina coladas and getting stuck in the rain. So.
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys want to do? Are you going to try and stay the night here, or find a ferry that's taking off right now, a barge, or?
I'm fine. I want to take a ferry. I don't want to.
I
don't want to give them enough time to do anything.
No.
Believe me when I tell you, you know, no one is looking at you anymore. They honestly believe that justice has been done. This is
This place
justice.
is crazy.
Yeah.
This place is crazy. I want to get out of here.
Oh no, I'm thinking this is Bjorn's kind of town. I'm thinking me and Bjorn would have a lot of fun here.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Cirrus is like, what the hell is wrong with these people? So,
Yeah.
At least we're not making friends with liches and back-talking wizards.
Cirrus, are you muted? Or Greg, are you muted? Or
Nope, I'm here.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so you tell me guys what you want to do. You're going to go down to the docks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
To the docks.
The docks are docks in name only. What it really is a series of jetties that go out into the river. And the river flows from east to west. And also, it's like a junction here, and also flows to the south as well. So the river comes down from the northeast, and then continues on to the west and to the south. So you see some people.
We want to find a ferry to the west.
Yeah. So you see ferries or barges are continually moving in and out. They're just large flat-bottom boats that have railing on the sides and on the front, and then like a ramp that comes down in the back. There are a variety of different sizes boats, and they're all pushed along by men and boys, and some women who are working as well, although fewer women than the men and boys who are using poles to push the boat along the river and steer it. So, and sure enough, you see a few that are people that are sitting around. They're kind of lounging around. They've got like sticks in their mouths, and they see you come down, and a couple of them perk up and kind of wave their hands, seeing your cart and everything. But you do able to get through the streets, even though they're crowded. You're able to get everything through the streets. So you see
I
one guy.
imagine they're giving us a wide berth at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Luther just laid down the law. You see one guy in particular who kind of raises his hand up, and he looks interesting. He looked kind of like Jethro, as a matter of fact. So
Mhm.
This guy's got a lot of family.
yes,
Yep. It's one of those Alabama families.
he rolls up
Yeah.
and he's like,
Probably
"Hey,
half the kingdom's related to
We're
the
part of
other.
the Ledbetters.
Hey, he's like, are you that EOC who put a hole in that dude's chest? That's damn cool. That's what I think.
It could have been a lot less cool, but I appreciate it.
I'm fine with it. In fact, I'm afraid. I'm sad I missed it. It's not every day you get to see a man's chest blown clean out. You know, I heard someone was telling something about a xenomorph. Some dude came down from the sky and said xenomorph. Dude, I don't even know what that word means. It sounds interesting. If you know what I'm saying.
I would look into Yautja as well.
Yes. I just like to say that word, xenomorph. It rolls right off the tongue. You know?
And it's got 3 syllables. How often do you use words like that?
I know. And it makes me want to sit down at a table and eat spaghetti. I'm not sure.
You know what else?
We could take off and nuke the site from orbit. I mean, it's the only way to be sure.
Hey, you know what else has 3 syllables? Engineer. I would sort of like to engineer those 2 come together.
Well, that's fine, but I can't sit here and talk about xenomorph all day. I got a business to run. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm only feeding me and Hobbsy the cat over here, who rides along on my good old barge. And I'll introduce you to her right now. She's the finest barge on the river. Her name is the Sulaco. So say hello to the Sulaco.
I have to ask, do you have
At least it's not the Nostromo.
Huh?
I have to ask if you have a son named Calvin.
No, I don't. Just,
Okay.
Well, she did
The
have
cat named Hobbs. I figured that was the reference.
Well, it's interesting. It's Hobbs is an interesting fella. Some sage rolled through here and says Hobbes was a philosopher once upon a time that got transmogrified. That's another word I love to say, transmogrified. I don't even know what that means. Well, it's a great word. But Hobbes,
Like Neri.
Hobbes is actually a female. I was surprised because I never looked. I respected Hobbes' privacy. But he's a female and got knocked up and had a cat I called Jonesy, and Jonesy disappeared. I don't know where Jonesy went. Jonesy took off. So screw Jonesy. Anyway, me, Hobbsy, and the Sulaco will take you down the river. My name's Jasper, and this here's my barge, my flatboat, and we offer hire. Do you wish to engage us? How is that for some fancy talk?
Jasper is fucking badass. I like this
Yeah.
guy.
Let me just say that Nim, you are on fire with the NPCs tonight.
Yes.
And what kills me is because you're doing like all these southern characters.
Yeah.
This is where me and Jennifer live, and I'm like, I know that guy.
Yep.
I know that guy.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in the South. I can agree with that.
So, would you, ladies and gentlemen, like to engage me, Hobbsy, and Sulaco? And by the way, sir, just as a free added bonus, pants are optional on Sulaco, so you don't have to worry.
Oh, well, thank you. Because, yeah, I'm not carrying a pair of pants.
I noticed, sir, and it was quite impressive. You are short cocking it like a motherfucker. So.
That's right. That's right. I am the king of shirt cocking.
Yes, you
Yeah.
are.
And he probably knows many motherfuckers in Alabama.
I had a gentleman named Wade Wilson that came down on my boat, and he was just as impressive as you were.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to meet that guy. Maybe we could go shirt cocking together.
Yeah, you might have to. You might have to.
Or perhaps Wade just looked that way at the time because he had the little baby legs.
He might have.
No kink shaming.
It was weird, though. He used to talk to the air mighty fierce. I don't know why he did it, but hey, he paid well. And he gave me this fabulous watch. I don't even know where this came from. He holds out a watch. It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen. It says Adventure Time on it. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
so would you like to engage my boat? I'll leave tonight. I'll leave tomorrow. I'll leave in 5 minutes. Hell, I'll leave tomorrow afternoon if that's what you want, because I see that you folks of means and substance and fine individuals.
We would like to leave in 132 seconds for Baldur's Gate with possibly a stop at El Toro for a picnic lunch.
All right. Well, get your shit up on the boat and let's go. I don't got a lot of time. So
Mhm.
Now, looking at the cat, can I tell if it actually has a spell on it?
go ahead and are you going to cast Detect Magic?
Let's see if I have that.
I could do it as a ritual if you want.
Do that as a ritual, because if it is, I might can do something about it.
Well,
Okay.
you're going to be on the boat long enough to do it. So as soon as you get all the animals and everything else on the boat, he loads a few supplies on. He's like, now, I got to ask y'all, do you have, it's going to take us a while to get to Elturel, and then Baldur's Gate is a little while longer. Do you have supplies for your horses and everything, or do we need to bring that on board?
Probably need to bring that on board. And what is your fee for this trip?
My fee is the lowest on the docks. I will have to charge you a little bit at cost plus 10% for any supplies we need to bring on for your animals and such. And then my costs to go down the river. It's a flat fee to Baldur's Gate. It's 1 gold piece.
All right.
Chivas.
Agreeable?
That's agreeable.
Oh, fine and dandy. Come on aboard.
I mean, that's at least 100 trips of the sage.
Yeah.
Cirrus will also approach Eleutheri and say, I apologize for my overreaction earlier.
Oh, no, I understand. I overreacted as well. I did not mean to kill him.
You were acting reflexively. It's understandable.
Yeah.
Didn't mean it. It was out of line for me to call you a bitch. So I apologize for that.
Luthria, I am never going to judge you for killing a motherfucker, especially when it's that cool.
Jasper kind of sniffs.
I just preferred it to be somebody who is more deserving of it.
That's one of the sweetest things I've seen all day. That's touching. That's touching right there. That's damn fun of you, both of you. So, and he pushes off and begins moving down the river.
Rolling down the river.
He's singing all
Invested he is in our little interpersonal dramas.
Yeah, he's a fan.
He's singing songs. He's going down the river and telling tales. He'll even give you a navigation, like a guide tour along. He's like, you look to the left over there. Well, that's where, so.
As he's singing, I'll give him some of my best banjo-esque lute playing.
Wee, doggy, that is some great playing. Yeah, let's go, boy. So he starts clapping along. And he's pushing the river down.
Nice.
Hey, Jen, I don't know. I'm just checking to make sure that you know you're muted.
Yeah. I
Thank
don't see
you.
it on roll 20 either.
Okay.
You go ahead and you perform the ritual on the cat. The cat certainly does have a magical aura about it.
Oh.
Interesting.
I try wiggling my nose.
You were able to wiggle your nose, and it makes a little twinkle, twinkle, twinkle sound. So
I would like to touch the cat and cast Greater Restoration.
I was going to do an Arcana check, but okay.
Hold on for a second.
I was going to ask the cat.
I talk to my cat too, but I don't actually expect it to respond.
Well, I mean, that's what I was trying to find out. If it were intelligent enough to respond.
Oh, okay.
I would talk to.
If it was intelligent enough to know a language, it would be able to speak with me.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I speak with animals as well.
I gotta check something. Not sure if Greater Restoration.
That's just sorry, Steve. You reminded me of that meme that was going around. I forget the party encounters a werewolf. Ranger, I can't speak with animals. Excuse me, the druid. I cast animal friendship. The werewolf. Come on now.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's why my first thought was to check was to do an Arcana check. But
Right.
okay.
Just,
You cast.
all right, guys. Just gotta say this because you mentioned that meme. But when I got back into D&D, I started playing, first came back in 2018 with people who've never played D&D before, and they encountered a werewolf, and somebody tried that shit
Nice.
because they didn't know any better.
Right. You cast Greater Restoration on the cat, and nothing happens.
All right.
Cirrus
then
will
I'm-
ask Boja psychically, what do you think's going on with the cat?
And I was like, he had mentioned he thought it was a spell on it, so I tried Greater Restoration to see if I could do anything about it.
All right. Now I'm going to do the Arcana check. And let me guidance that.
22 plus
Alright.
is that 2? Yep, 20.
Yeah, that's 25. Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
After looking at the magical effect, hold on. Let me bring this back up. You can see that the magical effect in play on the cat is transmutation. Is an incredibly strong magical field, stronger than any magic you could currently cast, and it has a binding permanence about it that is unusual.
Yeah, I relay all of this to Boja.
Cirrus is going to try to establish a psychic link with the cat.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello? Actually, it doesn't sound like me though. It sounds like a female voice. So I can't do a female voice right now. Sorry. So
My name's, this is all psychic, of course. My name's Cirrus. What's yours?
My
Serena.
bowl is halfway empty. You're trying to kill me.
Yes.
Serena. How long have you been a cat?
What year is it?
Like 1492, I think. Is that right? Someone tell me what year it is.
Hold on.
I think-
It's similar like that. It's probably something like that.
Yeah, I think Columbus has discovered the new land.
I think
Yeah.
it's like actually, I think it's 1491 Dale Reckoning.
1496.
96. Okay.
1496. All right.
Everything that's going. Oh wait, a minute. Descent into Avernus takes place in 1494.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
1494.
1494. So we were underground longer than I thought. It's 1494 Dale Reckoning.
Oh, I've been a cat since 1320.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Did you know my father? Sorry. Who turned you into a cat?
A lich.
What was his name?
What?
What
I
was
hope his name wasn't. Hope it wasn't Renwick.
I never got his name. He came through our town, traveling, and I saw him as he truly was, and I screamed, and he transformed me into this, then laughed and disappeared.
But he didn't kill you, obviously. Did he at any time say interesting when he realized you could see him for his true self?
It's been so long, but I think so.
That sounds like Renwick.
I'll describe Renwick's appearance in robes to her.
If you've seen one lich, you've seen them all. So, but she says yes. It was similar to that.
I think Renwick's fashion designer would disagree with you.
That sounded awfully racist to me.
Yes,
And you are 170 years in this form. How old were you when you transformed?
I was 17.
What were you?
What was I? What do you mean?
Human? What?
Oh, I was human.
Hmm.
I don't even know where I am. I've wandered. I've been killed so many times and come back. I don't know where I'm at the moment, but I'm originally from Silvery Moon.
I heard on this show called Tales from the Crypt that you're going to want to count how many times you die.
And avoid Steve Buscemi.
And remember, the original cat's death counts as one.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you just do you always come back to life as a cat?
Yes.
How do you feel about this?
I don't want to be a cat anymore. But I have to say, Jasper treats me well enough, and I wish I could live with Jasper. And there's something in her voice that makes it sounds like she wished she could marry Jasper, which is disturbing and sweet at the same time. So,
Well, you and Jasper are on a ferry taking people back and forth down the Shinthar River between Baldur's Gate and some hellhole called Scornable.
okay. I just know that he feeds me fish and he takes care of me and he scritches my ears and my tummy, and I like it.
He seems very fond of you, and he calls you Hobbs.
Oh. Well, I guess Hobbs is okay, but my real name's Serena.
And apparently you had a kitten not too long ago?
Yes. His name was Jonesy. At least that's what I heard him get called.
Yeah, that's what Hobbs called him.
I've also heard him called a stupid cat.
Yes.
Okay, Serena.
Let's tell her she's a pretty cat and a good cat.
I
here-
don't. Sorry?
Here's the thing. I don't think Jonesy was normal.
Was his father a normal cat?
You see the cat actually shake her head, which really, for all of you who are not in the psychic conversation, is disturbing as hell. So,
What was Jonesy's father?
he was a weird man, and he transformed into a cat, and he had tattoos all over his body and his bald head.
Okay.
Well,
Which
I would
means
rule
he
out
probably-
Minsk.
Which means he probably knew what you are.
I don't know. But I
Hey,
didn't like it. And then Jonesy, well, don't hurt him. But one day, Jonesy stood up on his hind legs and turned into a boy and ran away.
that makes
What?
sense. I wouldn't know where to find him. You say don't hurt him. If I knew where to find him, I would try and help him.
I don't know. It just didn't seem right. It was scary.
Well,
Your mom
he
probably
was-
told you there aren't any real monsters, huh?
Yeah.
He was the son of two humans, from what you're telling me.
But there was something strange about Jonesy because the he didn't turn completely into a boy.
But he ran off.
Yes.
Oh my god. The Realms has furries.
Yeah.
You've been
I will relay this information psychically to the remainder of the party.
All right, so I am thinking about what you said. I think I know something about this. In the demi-plane of dread, many bad things. Vampires, liches, aberrations, revenants, but they're also witches, hags. You cast many powerful curses. This I would stake my leg, arm, and eye that this is a curse laid upon this one.
By a lich?
Well, why not? We've seen liches have sense of humor. They make us stand and poop, yes?
Mm.
But on top
You
of
think?
that, the mating, clearly, you could tell a wizard of some sort, maybe warlock, sees here. Or, sorry, Sylvia, was it?
Serena.
Serena sees her, recognizes her for what she is. For whatever reason, decides to mate with her. And produces strange sort of lycanthropy. Not like werewolf, but there are things called wolf wares. They start off as wolves, but can become people. Now we see Kitty become like the Baxi boy, maybe?
Mm. My question is, would a remove curse spell help her?
Her full name is Serena Kyle, and she had a sister named Selena. So.
Oh.
No.
My question is, does Jonesy have wares if I have coin?
I don't know.
Guess we're just dad joking the crap out of it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what you got out of good old Jonesy / Serena there. And Jasper's kind of looking at all of it, like nodding his head like he knows what's going on. He has no idea what's going on. As
Yeah.
he would.
Yeah.
So,
Serena, I don't want this to look weird to Jasper. Can I scratch you behind the ears for a moment so he thinks I'm just petting the kitty?
And not having stare down.
she starts rubbing against your leg, which now that you know it's a human female in cat form feels really wrong, but okay. So.
Do you want me to tell Jasper what's going on here?
Oh no, not unless you could change me back into a girl.
No, that's I pick locks. I don't undo powerful lich magic.
Oh.
Mm.
Well,
Sorry.
this is the first time in a long time I've been happy, so
I do have
What
a
were you gonna say,
remove
Jen?
curse. I said I have a
Remove
remove curse,
curse.
but I don't have it prepared.
Well, I mean, depends on how long this trip is. You might be able to prepare a different spell.
the trip is going to take you at least 3.5 days to get to El Toro. So
Yeah, you can change your spell outs.
It could be a curse. It could be a polymorph. It could be a true polymorph.
Yeah.
If that is the case. Something might be working.
But the thing that gets me is that when she gets killed as a cat, she comes back as a cat.
That's why I think it's curse.
or
That highest of all magics.
it could be a combination of magics, since witches have lots of times to experiment with magic.
Oh yeah.
Especially Renwick.
Yeah, it could be some freaky one-off thing that he just created and but the nearest human who for some reason could see through an illusion already. So there was already something about this girl.
Perhaps
That's
if
why
someone communed with the goddess, they might get an answer.
I will pray on it.
I will speak to the Baba.
By Timora's ass, you're right.
By Timora's ass. I love it.
A giant fish leaps out of the water, like just on it. It's fucking it right. So.
Back to this, are we?
All right, so we'll just do this as everybody's doing their. So you're gonna pray on it. Are you gonna cast an actual spell or just pray on it, Boja?
I was checking on see if I had it.
And Jeff, you're gonna commune with the Baba Yaga.
Yeah. I wonder if this is a curse and how it might be broken if it is one.
Luther, are you gonna contact your patron at all? Or you...
I can ask him and see what he knows.
Yeah.
I don't have anything that I can cast that would help her.
Jim, what were you gonna say?
I said I'll commune because I know there are two possible things I can do, but I'll pray to Sarah and Ray first.
Okay.
Now Sirius is feeling left out, so he'll say, pretty moon tonight, and then start flipping a coin.
Yeah.
Okay. Does Tempest want to get involved at all, or is Bjorn just saying screw it?
Uh,
I don't think
No
Tempest
reason.
cares, but
no reason at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tempest probably wouldn't care.
Tempest would be like, "What are you bothering me for?" and hang up. So
Yeah.
all right.
I get bitch slapped off the boat.
Yeah. I'm just going to make this short. I mean, I could go through the whole role playing, but the Baba Yaga gets back to whodunit and lets him know there is indeed an element of a curse involved with this spell. The and lets whodunit know that it was indeed cast by the infamous lich.
I was about to, is it Three Sisters?
No, it was cast by the infamous lich Rinwood.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, seemed like that was the case.
Um,
I just thought it might have been the Sandersons. I had a bad run-in with them and right off.
Boja, Saren Ray lets you know that it is indeed within her power and yours to remove the curse.
Ooh,
Okay.
gold.
Shilba, who has taken over your pact, lets you know that then that all of the magic casters, if you wish to help them, would have to draw the magic of a true polymorph that has been entwined with a curse spell out of Serena. And Tamora, a fish jumps out and tells Cirrus, you bet your ass you're going to need some luck if you try this.
All right. So I guess we go and share with each other what we found out.
So all of that happens overnight. So yes, you could talk amongst yourselves now. So.
All right.
Is it okay if I start drinking? I mean, we're going to be on the boat a little while, right?
In fact, you can practice archery on the fish and feed everybody. That would make everybody really happy.
Well, or we could just use the staff of animal control to make his job easier.
God, yes, you could do that too. You can summon fish now. So
I'm gonna eat you.
Jasper's going to think you guys are the greatest thing in the world. There's like giant catfish coming out. Because I have to tell you, the Cheonthar is not a small river. And it floats lazily down towards Baldur's Gate. Going to the south, it starts to get much faster. But going towards Baldur's Gate is a lazy, slow river. It is 80 feet wide and about, 300 feet deep.
Oh, so you're talking,
Damn.
we might get some Mekong-sized catfish.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
So you guys are rolling down the river. So
Mm-hmm.
All right, so since Sarah and Ray said that we could do it, I know remove curse is possible, but I would also like to try divine intervention to see if she will actually help directly.
Ooh.
okay. So you're going to cast Divine Intervention?
I have to roll it. How does it work?
Oh, that's right. You have Divine Intervention as an ability now.
Yeah.
I
So
forgot
I
about
have to roll it
You got
And
a
I
little
have-
like
equal or lower than my cleric level, which is 12.
so 14% chance.
No, 12 is my cleric level.
Oh, that's right. You got a couple levels of druid.
and it's
Right.
a D20,
100.
D100. Jesus.
Yeah, so it's rare.
As Samora said, you bet your ass you're going to need some luck. So,
Yeah.
That did not work. So I have to do it the hard way.
To re-roll.
All right.
and I will allow you to use inspiration to re-roll if you wish.
I will re-roll it.
Am I not seeing? I didn't see the roll. So.
It
not
my
seeing a
computer's
roll
being
either.
slow.
Oh, okay.
Your nose was on time, but you were 15 minutes late.
I rolled a 2.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
All right. I don't see it, but I believe you. So, Sarah and Ray responds to you is like, I will indeed take a hand to lift the curse, my daughter. You have been a faithful servant and prophetess of Sarah and Ray all of this time, bringing my light even into the depths. And so my hand shall come down and grant you this request. I cannot do anything about the magic, though, just so you know. But the curse most assuredly be stripped from the magic. And that foul lich who has crossed me one too many times.
I'm a little
Everybody
concerned.
trash talks my friends.
And I will thank her for her benevolence.
As you see, Boja actually kneels in prayer. I'm not sure how that happens with a giant elephant lady, but she does it anyway, which is impressive. And begins praying, and she is surrounded by glowing light, and the light of the sun intensifies and comes down and surrounds her like a beam. You're afraid that she's going to get sucked up into the sky and abducted by aliens for a moment, but instead she is blessed, actually glowing with radiance, the pale white of her skin actually having a luminescence on the boat. And Jasper's like, wee doggy, what is going on with your friend? Is she okay?
You know, put a pin in that because you might be in for a big surprise.
Okay. She's not going to burn down my barge or anything, are you? Is she?
No.
No, but let's see what's about to happen here. This could be very exciting.
Okay. You say so.
Exciting for us might not be a good word for him. I'm just saying.
Probably gonna find out he's gay.
Oh God! Now that would be a curse. The poor girl fell in love
Thank
with
you for putting that thought in my head, Sirius. Thank you. Now I got to contemplate that. So, all right. All right, what are you guys going to do? She is.
We gotta see what's about to happen.
Yeah, Boja has intervened.
Yeah.
Sarah Ray has intervened for Boja, so Boja going to cast the spell, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'll do the remove curse.
Okay. You begin casting remove curse, and it's almost like your mind is unsure of the words and fumbling over it, and you can feel Sarah and Ray bolstering you, holding your hands and helping you speak. And you see the image of Renwick, but not a Renwick like you've seen before, but in full undead evilness, eyes blaring and flaming, staring back at you. All the rest of you see a green mist begin to move off of Hobbsy, and the cat begin to meow and twist and contort and scream. And Jasper's like, "What's she doing to my cat?"
Calm down, Jasper. Sirius
her.
already established a psychic link with Serena, and just try and talk to her.
Bjorn is making a constitution check.
Okay. For drinking.
Yep.
Yes.
For fun.
19.
All right. You are drunk off your ass, but you're okay. So
All right.
it's hard. So you see all of this going on. The cat's writhing, green smoke coming up. Jasper's concerned. Sirius, you try and contact her. There's just screaming in your head of pain. So you can't really contact her. And then the smoke is gone, and she's still in cat form. And the three magic users in the group, you see tendrils of black, green magic wrapped around her. You could see it in your mind's eye. And they are just engulfing her, wrapping tighter and tighter. You think that you could grasp them and try and pull them off of her.
Question. Do I see that with my war cleric thing?
No, arcane magic.
No.
Users.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I guess
I'm
we're gonna have
gonna-
to do it.
Do my thing then.
All right, Cirrus.
Yeah. Shit, I forgot that was me too. I'll
All
grab
right.
the black one.
Yeah, I'll do. I'll help with that.
I need arcane checks from all three of you, and I need a percentile dice from all three of you. So
All right.
Is this
Don't
something-
long this shit.
Is this something I can put guidance on?
absolutely.
All
All
right.
right. I will be doing the same.
All right,
Ooh.
all of you make your arcane check and understand what it is you need to do to grasp the magic and weave it. This is a high magic which you are not used to. It's the kind of stuff that is whispered in legend. You're actually manipulating the weave at the moment. It corrupts the weave.
Literally got my hands in magic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this like
Yeah.
ancient, like Aslan magic?
Yes.
It's the
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah.
The deep magic.
I probably
Right.
failed that.
Jeff, you pull and you feel the strength and the resolve that you built up when you were in the Feywild and then also in the Shadow
Plane-
Realm, or not the
Plane of Dread.
Plate of Dread. You're able to resist the lure of this magic, and you pull, sundering one of the chains. Cirrus and Eleuthia, I need you to both give me Constitution checks.
Okay.
Whoops. Why is that?
Oof.
10.
Oh,
Eleuthia,
psychic.
you resist and are still pulling on your thread. Bjorn and Boja, you both see green and black tendrils of magic wrap around Cirrus's arms as he is new to the arcane arts. And a fish rolls out and says, and you think you see a message that says, or a message that says Cirrus with an exclamation mark. As Cirrus begins getting pulled into the cat and screams in pain. Cirrus, you take 12 points of damage.
Oh.
Can I take an action?
Sure.
I'd like to run over there and try to remove the tendrils.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
And I will grab a hold of Cirrus.
I was just going to do it physically. But
I know. Try and give me an Arcana
okay,
check.
okay. Nine.
And then Boja, go ahead and give me a strength check. And while I'm
Your
waiting,
dragon.
I don't see
Dragon.
money.
Cirrus and Eleuthia, give me percentile dice again. So
All right. Come on, do it this time. Oh, come on.
If I can assist.
Hi, long.
Hang on. I'll wait.
Go ahead.
I'll let you move this action as well, Jeff. So.
It's not showing. All
Yeah,
right.
did I pull mine all the way off completely?
What did you roll, Jen? It's not showing, but
I rolled a 21.
Okay, so you were able to stop the movement of Cirrus. Meanwhile, Eleuthia and Cirrus, both of you fail again. You're trying to harness and wrap your minds around this magic and pull, but it's not working. I need you to make another Constitution save, and then Jeff, Boja, and Bjorn, let me know what you're doing. So.
Okay.
I got a 9 on my thing. I don't know what happened after that.
I'm sorry. You tried to grasp the tendrils, and you're not sure what went wrong, but your hand went right through.
Okay. All right. Somebody's making some
Hurricane
noise.
came through.
Sorry, that was me. I was
That was kind of a cool noise. I was like, my God, the wind is picking up from this current.
No.
Yeah. So I was able to break one tendril off, right?
Yes.
Can I assist? Can I assist somebody else in prying off a second tendril?
Sorry, you need an Arcana check.
All right.
Hold on. Did
Yeah.
who done it just break it
Help
off?
Cirrus. He's the one struggling more.
Yeah,
I'm
I
at
was
least making my Constitution saves.
I was able to clear one off.
Cirrus, you are still being pulled. You take another 12 points of damage.
So 17 on the Arcana.
All right, you're able to grab it. Boja and Bjorn, what are you doing? So
I'm
I'm going-
maintaining my grip on Cirrus to make sure that he doesn't get pulled forward anymore.
okay.
46,
I'm going.
46 on the percentile roll.
And who are you helping, Cirrus?
Cirrus, yeah.
Yeah,
All
he
right.
needs it.
You don't break it, but you're able to grab onto hold of it with Cirrus, and now the two of you are pulling together. Meanwhile, Eleuthera is still holding on. Bjorn, what are you going to do? You going to try and grab it again?
No, I'm going to try and hit it with my berserker axe because it's magical.
Interesting.
Okay.
$18.
You swing your axe down, and it passes right through the weave. And you narrowly, there's no resistance at all. It's not physical or able to be hit at all. And you narrowly miss taking off the cat's tail. And Jasper is freaking the fuck out. So,
All right.
let's
Okay.
let's
I
do
got no idea what to do here, people.
All right. We're just do what we've been doing and try to help anybody who you can.
this is
Just
not
don't-
What I'm
just-
doing
just
isn't
don't-
working. I can't grab it. I can't hit it with my axe.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
do anything.
Don't
to
hit
the
it.
tendrils.
Don't hit it with any weapons.
Well,
You
if
could
one
try-
of us gets sucked into cat, grab us and keep us from getting sucked into cat.
Yeah.
and you could try and grab
Okay.
it if you wanted to. So, though that's gonna be hard for you.
Yeah.
That's just out of game. All right, Cirrus, Bjorn, and who done it? Give me percentiles again.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I guess I should as well.
Okay.
You never asked me for a percentile the first time, so I haven't done one of
40.
those yet.
That's because your Arcana check failed.
You're not
Okay.
holding on to the tendril right now.
All right. 40.
75.
Okay, if you want to try and grab a tendril before we do these, you can make another Arcana check if you want, Mike.
No, I was just you asked me for one, and I didn't know why. That was all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's because if you had managed to grab a hold of it, that was you manipulating the magic. So,
I see.
Mhm.
Okay.
so Jeff, you are helping Cirrus, right?
Yeah.
The two of you together combine, pull, and snap another tendril of magic wrapped around the cat.
That's good. That's good. One more to go.
Steve, give me a Constitution
Thank you.
check, please.
Another one. Okay. Gotcha. $23. Okay. Is that enough?
So Boja, Cirrus breaks free. Same thing for Bjorn. So now the only one that seems to be holding on to a tendril, whatever it is
Yeah. Me.
Eleuthera. Meanwhile, Jasper seriously is freaking the fuck out. He doesn't know what to do.
Cirrus will tell Jasper, bear with us a moment. We're not hurting your cat. Just trust me.
Oh,
Okay.
technically, I almost did.
Which may not be too convincing because Cirrus is probably bleeding out of his eyes, ears, and mouth at the moment.
We're saving the cat.
And Bjorn not at the cat,
Sit.
but almost at the cat. So
Say that again, Nim. You broke up.
Bjorn chopped down with his axe and almost hit the cat too. So
Yep, almost
Yeah.
chopped off his tail.
which would be interesting what that would be once the
I was
cat
about to say, gets restored to a woman, would she be missing part of an ass cheek?
Yeah. So let's have those. Well, Steve is the only one still holding up. So before
Cirrus
Yeah.
will
So-
Cirrus will try and
yeah.
grab that one too.
what about
Yeah,
Jeff?
that would help.
Three-way tug on.
Are you going to try and grab the tendril that Cirrus is using?
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
that
God damn it.
Luthria is
Okay.
doing?
Yeah, help me, please.
Back to Arcana, then the percentile roll.
Yeah, so that's 68. So give me a not an Arcana, percentile. Jeff.
Well,
Fine on
he
Arcana.
critted that. Not that he needs it, but yeah.
All right,
Okay.
the three of you now, knowing what you are looking for, and combined with your arcane might, the three of you snap the final tendril.
Keep going. We've got it. It's coming loose.
There is a huge rush of green-black smoke, and for a moment, all of you, including Jasper, sees Renwick reaching out, skeletal hand coming out towards all of you, and he looks pissed off. You don't know if this is real or if it's just an after image or whatever. And then the smoke dissipates, and a gray white cloud begins to form. Both you feel the magic of Saren Ray come down as she clothes the newborn female, protecting her virtue and her modesty as she returns to human form. And you see a young, smallish, she's about 5 feet tall, human female with dark chestnut hair and brown eyes looking up at you. She still appears to be 17 years old, and she's laying there where once there was the cat. She is clad in a white dress with embroidery on it, emblematic in the colors of Saren Ray's heraldry.
See,
And
Rizal,
Cirrus will
that's what a
say-
young, beautiful woman looks like.
Yeah.
Cirrus would say, Jasper, meet Serena, and then he will proceed to fall over.
Yeah. Surprise! It turns out your cat has actually been magically cursed, young lady, for like over 100 years.
Jasper's just sitting there screeching his head. He's like, "Well, bake my biscuits." I don't know quite what to do with that, but that you all just scared the living shit out of me, if you don't mind me saying so. But hold on for a second, young lady, Jonesy, and Hobbsy. Wait, what am I supposed to call you now, Serena?
Serena.
Oh, can I get you someplace to sit? Would you like something to eat or drink? I've never had anything like this happen to me. This is one hell of a trip, I'll tell you what. But well, gosh dang, I lost a cat and got a young woman on my boat. I don't know how to explain this.
It's a gift from Saren Ray.
She
was
was
cursed-
cursed by a lich 170 years ago, and she likes you. So buy her a drink.
Jordan is just looking at the bottle,
No.
shaking his head like, what the fuck is in this shit?
I thought he was getting ready to offer a drink. Like, no, that will kill her.
Well, I don't know quite rightly what to do, but Hobbsy, I mean Serena, but you're welcome to stay on my barge with me until you find yourself a place or whatever you want to do. I'm a good enough, I help take care of you and until you can find set yourself up. And it's like, I don't think it's going to be good for me to be scratching your belly or behind the ears anymore. I don't think that's quite appropriate. So,
Yeah. Who's to say?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe dinner first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what do you like to eat? All I had was fish flakes for you, like fish food like that. So, but I guess I gotta say thank you to all of you. That's mighty fun what you did taking it out. But I wish you'd let me know what you're gonna do before you did it, because you scared the living hell out of me. I was about to open a can of whoop ass on all of you, and then I'm afraid I would have gotten my ass kicked in return. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to be perfectly fair, we didn't realize it was going to be quite so dramatic. We thought it was going to be a simple matter of casting a particular spell.
Cirrus, who still had 20% of his life beaten out of him magically, is going to prop himself up on his elbows and say, Serena, are you okay?
Yeah.
she looks at you and she's really tired and nods. She's like, I can't believe that I'm free, but I'm scared that thing will find me again. But I'm mighty appreciative of all of what you did for me, all of you, and not sure why she's speaking like this, except she's been around this all the time, so now she's got the accent too. And she goes, but if Jasper will have me, I'd like to stay and work on the boat, at least to start off. He's like, well, sure enough, miss, you're allowed to stay on the boat and work. Never had a hand before, but you're free to work with me.
Serena, I suspect as long as you avoid the Desert Valley and the Sumner Hills, that the Lich will lose interest in you. It's been 170 years. You're no threat to him.
Okay. Well, I certainly hope so, but thank you. This is mighty fine of all of you. I don't know how I could ever repay you.
That's what we do.
What we do, we are heroes.
Yeah, they're heroes.
And besides,
They're
one day,
heroes.
I'm going to
Evidently.
to that creature.
I mean, I have to say, I'm looking at poor Sirius. Nobody could have been wounded in a nobler cause. You're like a paladin out of some story.
She don't know him very well, do she?
Oh, that's great.
Young
Salt
miss.
in the wounds.
Thank you. No, Sirius will just put his hand on his heart and say, young miss, thank you. I'm glad I could help.
Jasper's like, I think I need a drink. Can I have a drink of whatever it is that Mr. Bjorn has right there? Because I need something strong. This is blowing my mind.
You
I'll
better
tell you what, you can have a drink after we get where we're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you need a drink too. You look at mighty peaked, if you didn't know what I'm saying.
Oh well, I'm glad to oblige you there.
All right.
All right, Cirrus, I'm going to use my lay on hands to restore your health.
Give me another Constitution check too.
Thank you, Luca.
Yeah, no problem.
Is it wrong that I want
You earned it.
you to roll a 1?
Constitution check. Where are you? There it is.
Wow.
I credit that son bitch.
Yeah, that was a saving throw, not a check.
But this is your fourth drink, right?
This is my.
Four. Yeah.
Is it my fourth? Sure.
Yeah. So you pass your Constitution check, but you notice, well, you don't notice, all the rest of you notice that as Bjorn drinks this time, he suddenly has about a half-inch growth of hair for a beard on his face.
Oh,
That really puts hair on your chest.
that is some really potent dwarven beverage right there.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I gotta say, I wasn't thinking about growing a beard, but yeah, I'm gonna pimp this shit.
All right.
You're going to be like Grog.
So
Yeah.
the next 2.5 days go by uneventfully. Occasionally you see some marauders or something along the road, but the river is wide enough and deep enough that no one can really get to a skilled barge hand who is take you down the river and can stick close to the middle of the river, which Jasper is. I mean, he is very good at what he does. And it appears that Serena has watched him enough, even as a cat, that she kind of knows what she's doing too. And they soon get into it and talking. And you have a feeling that they may be okay together, these two crazy kids. So, you know, I don't know. And as dawn is beginning to break, dusk is beginning to fall, you're approaching the port of Elturel. And I'm going to leave it there for this evening. It's a little early, but getting into Elturel now is beyond what we have time for. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good stopping.
So, y'all good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Take us out, and I'll give you a
All right.
spirit.